Hello, good morning. Sorry to keep you all waiting. We're just about to start. It was a bit of a... I got up, then I set things up, and then I woke Swifty up, and then I hit the bathroom, and... One of the hazards of streaming as soon as you wake up is you've only just woken up. How are y'all doing? Figured I would give you some chats while I think India is making herself either a cup of tea or a drink of some kind. Maybe a spot of something to eat. Good morning! Hello! One punch! I bathroomed. I did. I went into the bathroom and I came out of the bathroom. I bathroomed. Do some stretches and get the blood flowing. That's a very good idea. Let me just lift my arm. I did it. I'm not going to talk about my experiences in the bathroom. I merely mention it to show that it was a delay in time. I also just realized after I finished the animation, it was a one-punch animation. Yeah. I saw a fair few of these submissions. You all did like fight scenes. We'll see, we'll see. According to the Google form, there were 31 submissions. I think a couple of those were dupes. I think there's an option to let you edit your submission. Yeah, oh god, 31. I know. So you'll need to... Hello, Toon Scribbles. It's 83 degrees Fahrenheit there in New York and you can't sleep. Well, we've got a solution to that. Not really. Yeah. Animorning reviews for the rest of the week. RIP Swift. I don't know if you did, Rolando. Let me check. Bum, bum, bum. I mean, did you use the Google form provided on the tweet to submit it, or did you only post it into the Discord server? No, you had no idea. Ah, well, then I won't have it. You can just laugh and other emotions at yours and move on quick if you're low on time. We'll see, we'll see. I thought what could be cool is, since the challenge was like a one punch challenge, then if people have submitted like more than given the context of their punch, that Swifty will review the punch and only the punch, but we'll look through the whole thing. I haven't pitched this to India yet and she just sat down. You're not even on. You're not even on. Wait. You're not even on the microphone yet. No. That's not it. Now go.
Can't believe you guys started without me.
You weren't in your chair.
You guys started without me.
You weren't in your chair.
I was getting tea. It's so important, though.
I told them you were getting tea.
Yeah, but you could have waited for me.
No, because
I want to say good morning to everybody.
It's just say it now.
Now I can't.
I had the stream. The stream's been
it's
on.
Over. The moment's gone.
The stream has been on for 23 minutes. I figured I should start talking to them.
Oh my goodness.
So don't you be all like, no, because you were like, I'm like, how can I sleep in? And
I wasn't.
Sure. You did.
I was like, let's start the stream at 8.
So, like, stream is over?
So if it's been 23 minutes, it's been since 8 o'clock.
Just before, yeah.
I don't know what my point is. But I'm sure I have one and it's very good, and I'm sure that it'll make you eat your words. Good morning, blah blah neeb. Good morning, everybody. Hello, Ninja Girl Emily. How you guys doing?
What was I talking about?
It's something that didn't matter.
Oh, that was it. Okay, so there's like 30 submissions for this challenge.
Yeah, you said that to me yesterday.
That's a
I'm
lot.
kind of bowled over by that. That's amazing.
It's a lot of punching, a lot of violence.
30 punch.
30 punch. So what I thought would be a good idea is, since the challenge was to animate a punch,
We just choose one.
we choose one. No.
We choose one punch.
No. No, we choose, like, because I've seen some of them, and some of them involve, like, context and setups for the punch and stuff.
Yeah.
And some of them are just straight up fight scenes.
Whoa.
So for those, we'll just pick one the main punch, and you'll give feedback on the main punch, but we'll look through the rest, the whole of the animation.
Do you think some people cheated? Do you think some people were like, I have this fight animation I did a year ago. I'll submit that.
I don't think so. What if they did? That's fine. We're only going to review one
But
punch.
if they did.
But if they did, that's fine.
I was just gonna try and be fast.
You had no plan.
No.
Just be fast.
I was just gonna try and be fast. You know, because maybe there's some really good stuff in there that needs other stuff saying. I don't know. Just watch 30 at the same time. Yeah, just press play on all of them simultaneously.
I kind of was thinking of putting together all of the clips into one movie clip and then showing them all at once at the beginning. And I think I'll do that for...
I think that might kill
Another
me though
challenge.
when it comes to actually giving feedback on them.
Oh, okay. You want to see them fresh. Alright. Well, I'm going to set a timer.
Oh jeez.
What?
Well, that's a lot of pressure.
Okay.
I am electric Elvis shaking my bionic pelvis. Da do do da do da do da do da do da do da.
Have you got it?
Rock and roll.
Have you got Sing Sketch up on your screen?
Yeah.
You do? Okay, so we're ready then.
Those drum machines ain't got no soul.
We're ready to swap it over.
Yeah, we would be if I had NDI open. You'd like that, wouldn't you, for me to have NDI open?
I would, yeah. I would. You got me.
It is open now.
It is open. So now I can see your screen.
I'm tired. I just woke up. I've got some tea. And friendships are about quality, not quantity. That's what my mug says. It's got a koala on it. The koala doesn't look very happy though. It looks really nonplussed. It's staring with these big round eyes.
It's staring.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Right at the person who's drinking the tea. How's the weighted blanket treating me? Oh, it's really good. It hasn't really helped too much with the insomnia itself because I've realised that the problem is me. I've realised that the problem is trying to get to sleep in the first place.
And not staying asleep.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
But the weighted blanket is fantastic. I love it. I use it every night. It's the best. It's super good. I'm still trying to figure out the best way to get to sleep faster. And I think a lot of it is to do with just like work and stress and stuff. Probably.
Did you sleep better the day that you'd submitted stuff?
Yes.
It's stress related then.
Yeah. I submitted a deadline. And because there was nothing I could do once I submitted it, because it was gone. You
just collapsed. You fell over.
I fell asleep much faster because my brain wasn't thinking about, oh, what can I do to improve that? What can I do to improve this? Because there was no point thinking about that. Because there was nothing I could do anymore because I'd submitted it. 2D early. Close eyes. Sleep is what I do. Easy. No problem. Watch him talking. No problem. Benadryl works to get you to sleep. I've never tried Benadryl. I'm not sure what I'm meant to do about that though, because deadlines are kind of a part of my life. So,
Yeah.
you know, it's not like they're gonna go away anytime soon.
You just in your bed just screaming, "Go away, deadlines!" I'm asleep.
Have I tried loose leaf tea before? Yes, I love loose leaf tea. My good friend Elle and my good friend Patrick, both of them are good friends, and both of them are absolute
Stop bragging.
wonderful people. Anyway, that's the end of the story. I just wanted to say how good my friends are and how. No, they bought me, like, both of them bought me boxes of loose leaf tea because they know what I like, and they're both amazing, and they were like, this would be a good gift, and I was like, hell yeah it is, are you effing joking me? Thank you for the tea, I love it. So I have a variety of loose leaf tea upstairs. I keep losing the little thing that I use to make my tea with though. I have like a tiny tea sieve that I put the loose leaf in, and I keep losing it. I don't know where it's gone.
Alright, I'm switching us over.
Okay.
Swoosh. There we go.
Benadryl is really supposed to be for allergies, but if I'm around a puppy and have to take it, I always fall asleep. The side effect that actually works? I don't know though. Like, I worry about taking stuff that I might not need to take. You know? Especially if it's for allergies or something. You have these cans from your favourite animal habitat in Arizona. Your favourite is the prickly pear flavour. That sounds delicious. Ooh.
I just want to say thank you to Hannah Diaz Art, Zeke H, and Racker the Wizard for the following. Welcome.
Hey, yeah, thank you so much. It's also pink. Well, bonus points. Animations! Sorry guys, I didn't catch up with you yesterday, so I have a lot of nattering on my brain.
That's okay, you can natter. It's charming and fills the air.
It does fill the air. It does fill up the space.
I'm gonna retweet Kevin. Don't know why I'm telling you, but I'm doing it.
Alan Alice says, there is sound to this. And Kuhn, I missed you guys too. Thanks very much to Mike for handling the stream yesterday so that I could continue working. Because believe me, I needed it every single hour. I submitted my work like right against the wire. So
You did.
Yeah, if I'd done things differently, then things would have been different. Alright.
Hindsight 2020, folks.
Yep. There's my wisdom for the day.
Retweet with
Radney, I got it done as much as I could get it done in the time. There is stuff that I wanted to do with it that I didn't get to do, which is sad. But there's no sense like regretting, I guess, because it's submitted and there's not anything I can do about it now. So I just hope that, you know, it's okay and easy to work with for everyone on the other end. That's okay, Radney. I did my best with the time I had, you know? I wish that I could continue, like, working on it for another, you know, week or something, but it's not possible, so. Look at these fancy names we have now, Mike. They look so cool.
Oh, you like them?
Yeah, I love them.
Look at my bear.
Yeah, he looks great.
Yeah.
Sorry, my headphones are covering you.
Oh no. I'm swaddling your headphones.
Oh, that reminds me. Alan Alice said that this one has sound.
Okay. You can flip it on.
Blah blah need work is hard. Hard but satisfying. Slimy, yet satisfying.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I have
Here,
my headphones on.
here is a tweet to help celebrate and tell people that we're streaming. If any of you all want to
I like this.
retweet it.
I like this character in red because he reminds me a little bit of Sly Raccoon, which is a really cool design. I think I just like animals in hats. I think that's just my aesthetic.
Hey, Josie.
All right, I'm ready to play. You guys ready to go?
I'm ready.
You guys ready to punch?
Type R in the chat if you're ready.
Don't do that. Don't encourage people to spam. All right. You've got my sound and everything, right? Let's see. People
FRNRF.
Great, thanks, guys. Perfect. Here we go. Alan Alice, thank you for this. You know, I needed that this morning. Again.
Do you know what I realized? I can set it so that I can hear your audio. So let me do that for myself.
Oh, no. I'm sorry, you can hear my audio.
I'm gonna set it up so I can hear it. Yeah.
That's a great idea. That was more than just one punch. Oh, the music is too loud. Okay, hold on. Let me...
Wait.
This is partially my fault too. I didn't turn it up. I'm gonna play it again. You guys can hear it.
Wait, the music on NDI is too loud. Or on...
I don't have any music playing, Mike. But...
Oh, so it's my music that's playing that's too loud.
Let me know when you've shut it down. Yeah.
Oh, the background music is overpowering it.
I've
Okay.
turned it up a little bit, so...
So you've turned up yours. Okay, cool.
There you go, guys. How was that?
Okay.
Ole! Dio. Alan Alice says, yes, when you said punch, I thought JoJo and felt bad that I didn't do the lip sync test last week, so I made this quick to make you all laugh. Aww. Thanks, Alan Alice. You made me laugh. You did it. There's an echo, but it's definitely audible. I wonder if the echo is because you're sending your audio and also hearing my audio now.
Okay.
So they're getting the audio from mine, and then you're receiving the audio from mine, and then they're getting the audio from yours from mine.
It shouldn't be the case. Because I'm not sending what I can hear.
Well, I don't know then.
Oh, maybe it is. Maybe it is.
I need, 2020 needs this. 2020 needs memes in the face. Very badly. To make us all feel better about 2020, which has not been the best year in terms of stuff actually happening. Have you fixed it?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. There you go. How's that? Right, let's have a look at these punches, yo. Ole! Awesome. It just goes down, just descends with them. They're under the ocean now. So I guess, like, if I could say something that I think would make these punches feel harder, it's that I wouldn't have slow in when you come to deliver the actual punches themselves. I'd keep the punches themselves traveling over maybe just 1 or 2 frames. So you see here, Meme Stand draws their fist backwards behind them.
Ah, Mike alive. Or Moika? Moika Live? I don't know. Welcome.
Moika!
Moika, okay.
Oh, I say Moika, but I don't know if that's completely right, so please tell us if we're pronouncing it wrong. How are you doing? And it comes back a bit here, and then we start easing forward into the punch. But let's keep it pushed back instead. Instead, let's keep it pushed back. So, we got the shoulder coming around here. Blah, 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 blah. I am Electric Elvis, rocking my bionic pelvis. I am.
Yeah, I believe you.
I wish I knew the rest of the words so I could keep singing it, but that's the only bit I know. And then lean forward more. You can bring the fist back even further. Those drum machines ain't got no soul.
Yo, Mike Alive, thank you for the subscription.
Oh, Moika, thank you so much. Oh, that's super cool of you. Much appreciated. Thank you, dude. How have you been? Oh, Rolando says that he submitted via Discord because he hasn't submitted before and didn't realise that there was a form.
Yeah, thanks for reminding me. I had to go grab that.
Bring it back, and then it comes forward. We get this. Ole, ole, ole.
Did you submit it as a movie file? Rolando, or is it still a GIF?
And then for the smears, I think for the smears, you might be best to have them on ones, honestly. I think that might work best.
Okay.
Let's try it. Let's try. It's on! Uh-huh. I've been listening to a lot of Jet Set Radio Live lately, which means I have a bunch of really funky songs stuck in my head.
What is it about the Jet Set Radio stuff that, like, the music that motivates you? Like, you listen to it for...
Well, for one thing, they have lots of different stations, so you can pretty much find a feel for whatever it is that you are going for that day. And I've been listening to the GGs because that's really upbeat, funky music, all of it.
Right.
So it's kind of like just having an upbeat, funky playlist going constantly. You know?
Yeah.
I prefer it to YouTube because it doesn't sometimes just go off the playlist and stop doing its own thing.
Yeah.
It also doesn't keep stopping and asking me to confirm that I'm listening.
Mm-hmm. That can be really annoying. Yeah.
So, you know, I like their music choices. So they have GGs, which is upbeat and funky, and they have Noise Tanks, which is like industrial dubstep, and they have Monster Jam, which is like Rob Zombie, hard rock.
So it's not just music from the games, it's like genres based on...
Yeah, this is like an imagining of what they would listen to now.
Gotcha.
So there's also a classics channel where it is just music from the game.
Cool.
There's a future channel where it's music from future games. There's a channel where it's like both of them combined. There's an apocalypse channel for like end of the world type music.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, it's good. It's good, man. Golden Rhinos for jazz.
Hey, it's Radney asked, Swifty, did you ever get to listen to that playlist? They're saying I'm trying to get Swift into the Lethal WEEKDAYS OST.
I don't think I did. Would you mind awfully linking it again? Because I can listen to it today. I think I just like a lot of things have slipped my mind to pass a little bit just because of pure hecticness of days.
Okay, that's Orlando's. Should be submitted now.
Nice. Good job. Thanks, Orlando. So I think that in general, having things on ones, especially when it comes to like punches going crazy, is probably the way you want to take it. I'm obviously not going to do all of these on ones, but I think that first couple kind of gives you the impression of the kind of look you would get if you were to use ones instead.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, keep bringing that back. I should probably ease that more actually, you know. In terms of like watching your spacing, it would make more sense for this to be closer to the previous frame, I think. So apologies. Let me just fix that. Yeah, it's on! I've also discovered that I really like a lot of Portugal the Man's music.
Portugal the Man?
Yeah, that's the name of the band.
I've never heard of them.
I think you've probably heard their music though. There's like 3 Portugal the Man tracks that are on Jet Set Radio playlist, and I really like 2 out of 3 of them.
Oh, gotcha.
Which is pretty good.
I'll have to give them a look.
You've heard me thinking there's Creep in a T-shirt is one I really like.
What t-shirt?
Creep in a T-shirt.
Creep in a t-shirt.
Yeah.
How does that one go?
Ooh, yeah. Do you see the one I'm living in? Ooh, yeah. I'm just a creep in a t-shirt, jeans, I don't fucking care.
Yeah, I know the creep in a t-shirt part of that song.
And you'll know their most famous one, the one which I'm not as keen on, is the oh, I'm a rebel just for kicks, yeah. I've been kicking it since 1986, yeah. But I feel it still. That's it, feel it still.
Gotcha. Alan Alice has a question. So last time you guys told to work on holds for some poses, when would you use ones for an animations? Moika said fast action where the movement is so fast it creates a blur speed effect is better to be animated on ones.
Yes, super fast action is better on ones. So obviously holds are better for slow actions, for things where you want people's eyes to be able to linger. If you want something super fast, especially blurs, smear frames, anything like that, where you might want like a jitter to it, then ones are great for that.
Gotcha.
Super fast action in general. I forgot there was sound for a second and I got shocked. There we go. You can see just the beginnings of it. So let's see the other hand. Yeah, I just do the same thing. There's a tiny anticipation here, but I would, if you want him to be punching with the screen forward fist first, then I think you need to anticipate that first. Or if you want to have him punching with the other one first, then maybe use this opportunity to bring this one back in anticipation. Because you can't, it's really hard to punch from like an almost straight armed position. You need to coil that thing back like a snake. Imagine a snake punching a man. It would coil back its fist.
Wait,
I don't want to talk about snake anatomy.
it would coil back its fist.
Yeah.
Snake, and if a snake
The
was going to punch,
Yeah, the viper drew its fist back.
the secret serpent technique, the snake punch.
Snakes have arms, but they only use them to punch with.
I was looking at snake anatomy. Not
So
too
you'll
long
know
ago.
about arms.
I don't know entirely about arms, but an interesting thing about some snakes is that they have an asymmetrical, like, internal structure.
Whoa!
Yeah. So, like,
So do we.
we do, but for organs that are in pairs, they're shifted along, like, they're displaced along the length of the snake.
Is that because the snake it be so narrow?
It kind of is because the snake be so narrow.
Because it's a tube.
Yeah, it's a big old tube sock full of.
It's
full
like
of
trying
meats.
to put tennis balls in a tube.
So like its lungs would be like one here, one here. Some snakes got rid of one of their lungs as well, so some snakes
Some
only
of them
have
got
one.
rid of. They went to the pawn shop and they were like, I don't need this.
Yeah, they went to the evolution pawn shop and were like, I don't need this, give me venom or whatever instead.
Give me arms.
Also, their legs are pretty much their rib cage.
Wait, their legs?
Yeah, like inside they have all these ribs, and that's what that's what the muscles move to let them move. It's
Okay.
just like they're.
It's kind of like saying a hot dog is a sandwich. They move their ribs to move forward. Doesn't
Yeah.
make their ribs legs.
Yeah, but if you watched it, it looks. Never mind.
It has like a knee.
No, it doesn't have a knee. I just mean like they move. Their spine moves. Their ribs, and it's the ribs.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool. How come you were looking at snake anatomy?
I don't know. I think my brain just went. You've never looked into that before.
When did you do this?
Like a couple of weeks ago.
Whoa. You're just like, I'm just gonna look up snakes.
Yeah.
Well, it's super interesting. Like,
Yeah.
I really like these snake facts.
Yeah,
you know?
they don't have fists though.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
maybe none of the snakes you've seen.
Everything with bread is a sandwich.
I disagree. What about toast?
You can have a sandwich with toast.
You can, but a toast isn't a sandwich. Is toast a sandwich you put 3 pieces of bread together?
No.
Is that a sandwich? A stack of toast? Is a stack of toast a sandwich?
I think from Oli's statement of everything with bread is a sandwich holds up, because if there is only bread, then there's nothing with the bread.
What if you
Therefore,
had
it's not a
bread with the
sandwich.
bread?
But that's just still bread.
Butter on bread.
I mean, that would be a sandwich.
But if I butter my bread, it's a sandwich.
Yeah. Yeah.
Disagree.
How do you disagree? You can have open top sandwiches, which would be butter on toast.
That's buttered toast, that is.
Yeah, which is a sandwich.
It's not a sandwich.
It's a sandwich.
I'm not getting into this with you. Thank you very much, Alan Alice, for submitting this. I think in terms of a lip sync, I think there's a few things that you could do to make it a little bit more, like to land more and feel like the words are articulated more. So I think he says that maybe a bit early.
And you guys get riled up over sandwiches. Everyone is like, it's not a sandwich, toast sandwich. It's not. It is a sandwich. I didn't know it was a sandwich. I've never heard the term open top sandwich.
You've
I
never heard the term open top sandwich? Wow, yeah, no, they exist.
I hadn't really until we were talking to our friends Nick and Elaine, and there was a disagreement there about.
Had you not heard of it before then?
I'd seen them. I just hadn't really paid them any mind.
Oh, well, you knew they existed, though.
It's like saying a burger is a sandwich. I feel like it's not. I feel like it is.
It's not.
It's a burger sandwich.
It's not.
It's a burger sandwich.
It's not. It's a burger.
I think for me,
Why did we
sandwiches-
even come up with words for anything if people are just going to refuse to use them and use the one like...
Because I feel like sandwich is a classification of food with many subcategories underneath it, like mammals.
I think a burger is a class with many things underneath it.
Yeah, but the upper branch of burger is sandwich.
I disagree.
But it's a thing between two pieces of bread.
Yeah, but the nature of the bread and the nature of the thing between the bread changes the nature of what it is.
Yeah, but it's like sandwiches.
That's like saying a hot dog and a burger are the same thing.
Yeah, they are.
Because they're both meat between bread, but they're not. A hot dog is a very specific thing, and a burger is a very specific thing.
Yeah.
And a sandwich is a very specific thing. A sandwich is... A sandwich is not in a bun, for one thing.
What is bun?
What is bun?
What is bun? We don't have time for this.
Yeah, you
Get
brought it
on.
up. You brought it up, man.
I didn't bring it up.
You did.
I didn't.
I didn't bring it up. Who brought it up? Who's responsible?
Rolanda's like, what is bun? Baby, don't hurt me.
Don't hurt me no more. So you have an S shop. You have an S shape here for star. You don't need a shape with the tongue, I don't think.
Hey. Punches.
It's just like, well,
Punches,
Al and Alice
India.
have done some lip sync, and
Yeah, that was last week.
I know, but
You
this will
late.
help them.
Okay.
This will help them learn. If you did the tongue here because you wanted to do a T shape, then you don't have to worry because this shape works for T as well. So you can go straight into A for R. For A for R. A for the R sound. Star. And then the R would be this forward mouth shape. So my advice with the lip sync is keep it simple. Like, don't try and get every single shape in there because humans don't tend to talk. When we say words, our mouths don't go through every mouth shape that the letters need. We tend to slur things together.
Yeah.
And simplify it to make it easier to say.
For more details, see our last week's stream. India punches. There's 30 of them. You gotta move on.
I'm gonna. I just
No,
want...
I'm being harsh with you now. You got to be fast.
And then the P for pressure would
She's
be
ignoring
closed
me.
mouth. Star pressure. Pre. So that would come forward a bit for the R. And then F for Escher.
A matter of expectations. If I'm ordering a sandwich and someone gives me a hot dog, I would be so angry.
Exactly. You see, John, Super Eye Patch Wolf, was talking about this.
Was he?
Yeah. He was saying that he went to a Subway or somewhere and they were like, do you want sausage with this? And he was like, yes, please. And then they put some meat on it. And he was like, that's not a sausage. A sausage is specifically pork inside like a tube that punches and bursts. There's like a texture and a shape to a sausage.
Yeah, no, I'll give you that.
You know, but they were like, no, sausage meat. It's like, sausage meat is different to sausage. Like, if I wanted pork on my like sandwich, I'd ask for it. You asked if I wanted sausage, and I said yes, and you didn't give me sausage. This is the same thing.
Kind of. It is. I would agree with you that if you say, would you like a sausage?
Sausage.
Or would you like sausages?
would you like
on
sausage?
it, then you would expect
What
it.
would you expect if someone said sausage?
Well, growing up in Scotland, there's a thing called Lorne sausages, which are flat, like patty sausage meats. So I would be prepared. To
Yeah,
be like,
but
what
like,
kind of sausage?
isn't that just sliced sausage?
Well, it's sausage meat shaped into a square.
One sec. Okay, and then this needs to come forward. Pressure. So I think something a bit more like that would work a bit better.
Cool.
To keep it just very simple.
Yeah. Alrighty.
You see, I've done the. I just want to have a look at this bit.
India, you spent 30 minutes on this one.
Sorry?
You spent 30 minutes on this one.
It's just you're talking to me about sandwiches. Like, I'm trying to deep the notes here, and you're talking to me about whether a hot dog is a sandwich or not, and then blaming me for taking a long time. Let's see. So Zawado. So I think the dough is here. So the lip sync stops a bit early. So just keep an eye on the timing for your lip sync. Oops. Wow, my computer's like, no, you can't draw. Keep an eye on the timing for your lip sync.
Ink Pink Heart says, well, from sausage country Germany, there's a sausage called a Grützwurst, and is just crumbly meat removed from the skin, and Teewurst, which you spread on bread, but there is no sausage patty.
Mm-hmm. You see, these are different types of sausages for different things. There we are. You see, I've moved on to the next one now.
Cool.
This is Andre.
Andre said... No, he just gave a link. Cool.
Did Alan Alice say anything?
Alan Alice said, I'm learned that I'm not yet at the level to just wing it. I need to learn how to plan my shots and my time. And
Fair
the time
enough.
for them, I think.
Doodle Curls, good morning! It's okay if you can't stay for too long. Thanks for popping in. I hope you're doing well.
Yo.
Right, let's have a look. I'm a play Andre. Look at that grid. Thank you for the grid. The songs I'm singing. One punch.
Nice.
Nice. There we go. The one thing I would say is it can be a little bit difficult to discern what's going on sometimes. Like the first watch through, I didn't understand visually that we had cut here to a long shot.
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe just adding some blocking to your characters will really, really help with this. So blocking just makes things visually a bit clearer. Essentially, it's just like a color pass that you do underneath your character that makes them, separates them from the background. And yeah, in terms of your perspective lines, you could transparent them a little bit more, so they're slightly more background.
Going for clarity in your presentation.
Yeah, let's see. I appreciate all the grids though, for sure. You love to see it. So nice. So it looks up and around, and we can tell it's a low angle. I might be tempted to, because we zoom to this so quickly, we see it and then zoom to it so quickly. I'd be tempted to keep this shot on screen for a little bit more, a little bit longer. And maybe do that cool anime thing of like You see a twinkle of light in the distance. And we see that twinkle like now.
Gotcha, yeah. Like a lens flare.
Yeah, exactly. Before we see the actual shape come into view. Just gives us a bit more time to process what's happening. You know, this kind of thing.
Team Rocket is falling back down again.
Team Rocket are arriving! It's a shame that there's nothing but a punch waiting for them. I'll put a hold on this shot a little longer. Lens flare. Before object comes into view. So then we zoom to this object, and definitely like some speed lines here would serve you well, I think. To again keep the perspective, keep us seeing like the space that is occupying and how we're looking at it. And then we're zooming back out of it. Here? Or is it zooming away from camera? Could be either. And then I think if this is an upshot, you just want to watch the portions of your character in terms of the face. Let's have a look. And when I say upshot, by the way, I understand that that's not the best terminology. It's definitely not technically the word for it. What I mean is a low angle shot when I say upshot. I mean we're looking up at the character.
Alright, gotcha.
But yeah, so if you're looking up at the character and we're seeing the underside of their jaw. Yeah. You see the world I'm living in.
More than likely this will be 2 days, Rolando.
Oh yes, this will be 2 days for sure. We would have maybe the nose here. Maybe the eyes here instead. The eyes at the minute feel a little bit low on the face.
Tabulianim, thank you for the follow. It's cool getting followed by, I assume, animators by the name.
Yeah, all animators welcome. Everyone welcome.
Animation on Twitch.
So you would have to like give them the actual expression, for I have not. But this is like the general construction, probably, that you would see.
Oh, cool. Thank you. Thank you, Hinky Pinkheart. Says it's continuing the gift sub they got from Will Sliney.
Aww.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's super cool of you. We appreciate it. Oh yeah. Watch head construction there. So then we do like... It's not so much a zoom up. It feels like it's more like the character moving. No, it is the camera. We zoom down with the camera. So watch this frame here, where it actually feels like rather than zooming down the body, the camera does like a jitter. It might be best to cut straight from this into this frame so that the movement feels smooth and continuous. So cut this frame. We don't need it. We don't need it.
Take care, Orlando. Nighto.
Night night, Rolando. So we're zooming down to the fist as it comes back. I think it would be really nice to have a frame here of us actually seeing the fist. So I'd like keep zooming down for like one more frame just to show the fist. Show fist.
Nice.
You show fist pig. Sounds kind of like chauvinist.
Yeah, I got it. The words registered, and I was like, "Wait, she's doing something." With
I'm
those.
doing a thing.
Yeah.
And then we follow it backwards, which is great. I like that. Popping the fist on that frame there.
So will there be an animation breakfast club sandwich with sausage?
Sure. I mean, how would you know that it's sausage, though?
Yeah. Very true.
I think keep the fingers extended here if you're going to have them extended on the next frame as well. Oh.
That was the box that we put up to block India's face from the light. It fell.
Sure did. Okay, thank you. I'm so blind, guys. I'm so blind. So now we zoom to the other side. Of the face. Doop, 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 doop. And I think it makes sense for the other hand to do something here. To be honest. Because it feels like we're zooming to see his shoulder. But then nothing's actually like... There's not a motivation for that shot to be there, really. So what I'd suggest is... If you open up the hand even more here. And use this shot to show the character clenching their fist. Because in the next shot... The character already has their fist clenched. But we can up the drama by having the fist clench actually happen on screen. In fact, let me... We're gonna... Whoops. I need to erase this drawing because rather than keep going back, I think it might be nice to do a little semicircle round with the fist. So, you know when you clench your fist, there's like a little shake if you do it forcefully? You can try and emulate that.
Mm.
It would need to hold for a second more or something though, for that to sell properly, I think. What are you up to, Mike? You doing a lot of fidgeting?
I was gonna put...
Oh, nice, thank you. That would be super cool. So you'd hold on this for maybe 3 frames or 4 frames? Hold on this for a few more frames. Just to make it really visually clear. And then with this hand over here, like in the following action, it's almost like they're putting the hand out to kind of aim. So I think you could do something like that. There we go. My pen wasn't working for a sec. Thanks.
I did. So why do you feel that this is important? Like you said, the framing in the camera seemed unmotivated.
Yeah. Just like it feels like if you're going to put a shot like this in, there needs to be a reason for it to be there. It needs to say something, you know?
Because you're creating anticipation for something that isn't on screen, I guess. Otherwise.
Well, I mean, that's okay. If the function is to create anticipation, that's fine. But there are ways to create anticipation that might work a bit better.
Yeah.
Is the thing. Like, it needs to functionally serve a purpose.
I like your 3-fingered shorthand you've got going there.
Oh. Thank you. Sometimes you just can't draw all the fingers, you know? Also, sometimes you put the hand in the wrong place, like now. Maybe no one will notice, though. And then this is going to start coming forward, so I need the elbow to be over here. Yeah.
Darkbolt says that's a very clawy turtle's hand.
Whoops. Well, I did a thing by accident.
What'd you do?
I don't know. Don't know what I did. This frame is a tricky frame. This frame is a tricky frame! Let's just get the hand off screen. So we can see that it's thrusting forward. And then hopefully that will lead into the next action.
Yeah, I see.
You see. So now the hand is coming up and we see the hand up here.
Yeah.
And you have it like they're aiming with it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You know how when you're about to throw a punch and you're like, let me just check where your face is.
Let me...
So I can make sure that I'm aiming in the right place, you know?
That tickled me. Let me just check where your face is.
Yeah.
With aiming with my arm cannon. Look at your starfish hands.
Look, they're easier to draw that way, okay? Just give them little pointy fingers.
They're great. They're very expressive. It's just like you stuck a starfish on the end of their arm.
Calling out my hands all the time.
I'm sorry.
Leave me alone. I'm just trying to draw fast, mister. Oh, you spent 30 minutes on that one. And then I would keep that hand up for them to aim with. Stop! In the name of love!
Oh, that's something we should watch today.
What?
Is the SpongeBob anime episode.
Oh yeah! Yeah, I saw that on my subscription feed, but I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
As in, I haven't actually watched the full video. And then you have the fist back here. Make sure you get the fist the right way around, because you would not see the fingies. And also watch that foreshortening. That the arm isn't getting too thin. It's really nice to see such dynamic shots though. And you see now here where the grids are so important to this kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because up here I'm not entirely sure like what the perspective is here. But a grid would sort that out. You know, are we looking up at them?
You're welcome, Josie. Take care.
And then this would probably have like a 1 point perspective right here. Or it would have like a floor plane along here. Like that. And then we can see that we're looking straight down here because of the flat grid. And then we can see the perspective here, thanks to the grid.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm assuming here you're wanting to rotate the grid around, which is why it disappears. Keep that on. Keep that grid on.
Ah, he's not gonna
And
get
then move
away
it
with this.
away and off screen here.
Hey, Sticks Media, welcome in.
Hey Sticks Media, good morning. How are you doing?
If you're new to our channel or anything, I think I set up a welcome command. There we go.
And the grid would move like this. Oops. Yeah, imagine that line is straight. Just imagine. Imagine, if you will, a straight line.
Imagine, if you will, a line which goes from A to B in a straight line.
And then we cut. So since we're starting to rotate around here, I think that's part of the reason why it's kind of confusing. I think you need another frame in here to get us from this position to that position.
Yeah, because it feels like you're anticipating, like it feels like you're easing into a camera move or pull out, but it cuts instead.
Mm-hmm. So I'd add in like an extra one of just like, we're still rotating around them, but we're pulling back to here now. So we finish off that move.
Hey, Lane, welcome.
Which means that this grid was slightly different. This music is very reminiscent of something to me.
Bam, bam. Well, you might have heard it before.
Yeah, but I mean, it's reminiscent of something specific, like a piece of media, and I can't think what it is.
Mm.
So, whoops. Tie rotation to next scene.
It's a meteor getting punched, I think. Coffee
Yeah.
rules.
So the punch happens here, doesn't it? It happens in the rotation.
Yeah, I think so.
I'd be tempted to show it more, but I'm gonna keep going with what you have. I think start throwing it forward here. And then you can super foreshorten here. Huge hand!
Oh, so you've You've rotated it so we're at the front of them. Okay.
Mhm. I'm assuming that's why we are here, given the perspective. Why would there be smoke behind them? And why would we have flipped 180 degrees?
Okay, gotcha.
I think you need one more frame of rotation.
I
What?
interpreted this as flat on,
What?
but that I'm not sure now.
I mean, it looks to me here like the grid is like that kind of thing, right?
But there's a grid there where the
Yeah, I'm saying that I think the grid is implying that the floor plane would be there.
right. Okay.
Like, if I were to draw more lines across the grid,
Yeah. Okay.
like a line lining this person up with the smoke, it would be like that,
Mhm.
right?
I would say that the grid that is currently there is a little confusing for me.
Okay.
Uh,
One more frame of rotation. So let's put clarify grid here. Clarify grid. 'Cause yeah, I would
thanks, Ollie.
assume this. Like, oh, he's going and doing the push-ups. Nice job, guys. You did it. I was like, where's he going?
It's all right. Yeah. Sorry, we don't have a camera for you to enjoy that.
Enjoy us being weird and sweaty.
No, I meant to prove that we do it, but
But also to enjoy us being weird and sweaty. Like, I think this is the kind of perspective that I'm seeing in my head. For that shot. But yeah,
thank you for the follow, Charlie Curry.
those would be my notes on this. I
Nice.
think overall it's awesome. Like, it's nice to see such ambitious shots, and you really using like forced perspective and all the grids.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I love how ambitious the staging is on all of these shots. Super cool. I think some of it feels like it was done very straight ahead
Right.
because there's more. It feels like there's more consideration given to the flow of the movement than there is like the motivation for the shots. I dropped my iced tea bottle, sorry. So I just like watch out for that. Scenes like this where it feels like they were done very straight ahead. You might want to plan it out slightly more so that there's a reason for us to be over here on this shot.
Mm-hmm.
Like, whether it's to look into the eyes and see the determination, or whether it's to set up this arm moving.
Yeah.
Whatever the point of the shot is, you want that to be like the focus. Ole's going to do 5 pull-ups as well.
Oh, cool.
Solidarity.
I wish I had a pull-up bar. I really do.
Don't you have one?
I think we got rid of it, didn't we?
Did we get rid of it? I can buy you one if you want.
Or where would we put it up?
In one of the door frames.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe if we asked Declan if he'd be okay with that.
Yeah. Alright. So we're moving to Gilly Art at Twitter. Yeah!
So Gilliard said... Okay, here we go. Get out of the way, thumbnail. Okay. I'm not good with actions, so despite of it being super rough, it was a good practice. I have some issues with ease in and ease out and curves, because I like to animate with little frames. Okay. That's what we got.
I see.
I will say that in the text they write it as easy in and easy out. So I don't know if you want to.
Easy in and easy. I mean, you can call it whatever you want. But You know, some programs call it easy in and easy out. I'm not sure why, but generally it's called ease in and ease out. But honestly, people can call it whatever they want. I've heard ease in, ease out, cushion in, cushion out,
Slow in, slow out.
slow out.
Yeah.
Also, Ola says, I get a climbing hangboard. I do like 50 plus a day now. A climbing hangboard.
Let me look that up.
That sounds cool. Okay, I'm gonna hit play on this. I'm so scared for that character. I feel so bad for them. The acting's nice there, with the little giggle. I do feel bad for the character being punched though. Jeez, oh. Just because they look so oh please don't punch me, and then the other character's like, you thought I am gonna punch you. Bogged. Yeah, let's have a look. Let's have a look at the spacing here. I mean, overall, I think this is really nice. I think one of the things I'm seeing is that the character feels like they go down before the punch happens, or while the punch is happening, which reduces the feeling of the force of the punch. Because it feels kind of like the character's like, ah, no, before it's even started. They're not, when I look through it frame by frame. So maybe it's just a matter of these 3 frames taking too long to read. Let's have a look. 1, 2, 1. Okay, so we have a 1, a 2, and a 3 exposure. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So let me figure out why it is that I'm getting that impression. Maybe we need some resistance or something. Because they're literally punching them down by the face.
Yeah.
I mean, we could add a little vibration here at the top for just a couple of frames, so it has more of a bam, boof feeling than just a boof feeling.
Gotcha.
You know, so we get the impact and then we get to see a split second of resistance before it's pushed down.
That's one way to go. Ole's saying you can avoid the contact and pass straight through as well.
Yeah, you could. I was considering that, but I think because it looks like the character's literally pushing the other character down by the cheek, the contact is kind of necessary. Just because it's not like the fist contacts them and then goes past them.
Yeah.
It's like they're being pushed down by the face, by the fist.
Yeah, which kind of makes it a little softer.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's check the read on this though, because you can check your read on silhouettes as well. Little shortcut there. Just make sure the spacing on the fist here is super clear, with what you're doing with the arcs and everything. Might need some clarification just in this little section here to see what arc the fist is traveling on and what the spacing is there. Okay, so we're going up and around. The tilt of the character's head there is making the read on the fist a little bit less clear. So I'd be tempted to maybe keep the character's head up as you had it. So let me pop this on. Ahaha! It's drawing time. So you could keep tilting the head that same way. Like this. And then if you keep tilting the head that way, then we can keep this kind of zigzag pattern up. And if you can keep that zigzag pattern up, then we can make sure that the bit where the fist is going to appear is clear to show the silhouette of the fist coming back. So fist is coming around. Fist would be maybe like here. And the shoulder would be like rotated way back round at that point. So you might actually want to bring the other shoulder forward a little bit. To show that the shoulder's like rotating. So that's just to clear the silhouette. Clear silhouette. By adjusting head pose. And then this would also be coming back, just because the arm is. See you, doodle curls! And then we have da punch! Tulio, da hip, da hip! And if you like actually push the character's face, displace it completely by the fist, that might feel a little bit stronger a hit. Like move the head all the way along, just exaggerate it. It might not be completely realistic, but I think it will. Displacing that head more will sell the motion a bit better. And this is where I'd pop in that stagger. Which will be very hard to do on this sketching program. But I can make a note for it here. So to increase impact.
Hey, Tiramisu, how's it going?
Hey, Tiramisu! How are you?
And Moika's like, Oli Loken?
Yes?
It's just like, yeah. Aww. Animators supporting animators. Yeah, I believe Oli's got a punch in somewhere in one of the submissions.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
That's exciting. Oh my gosh, I hope we get to it.
Oh, not surprised to see you here. All the best animators watch Doig and Swift.
Aw.
I'll just hide now. Aw.
You guys. That's untrue but very flattering. I'll take the compliment.
Kurzik says Oli's is so good.
Oh my gosh, I haven't seen it yet. I'm excited. So yeah, you would have the fist contact the face, and then you would have it ping back just a little bit, ease back, and then push forward more than the initial impact, and then maybe ease back one more frame, and then cut right to this. And it should just give you like that little bit of, you know?
Bam.
Bam, tiny delay, and then wham, down.
Can we see that one more time?
See what?
What you were just explaining.
You want me to explain it again? Because I haven't been able to draw it.
Oh, okay. No,
Because
it's
I don't have the frame. I don't have the frames to draw it on.
All right, gotcha.
And also, it's the kind of thing you really kind of need onion skin for.
Gotcha.
I could do it, but it'd just take me a long time.
Yeah, that's fine then. I was watching chat, so I missed what you were showing, but it's cool.
I mean, I wonder if I can illustrate it somehow. Like, initial punch. Back a little bit. Forward a little bit more than you initially had it. The problem is this was making the spacing look way too big on it.
It reminds me of the part in that Rise episode where April hits the Shadow Fiend
You're
with
right,
her
my
bat,
friend.
and there's just that,
Cool animators
and
celebration
then
bits.
reactions.
Doig SWK.
Oh, thank you, Pink Heart. Thank you.
Aww. Whoop whoop. Thank you so much for the bits, Hinky Pinkart. Yeah, Rise does it a lot. They have these kind of delayed hits.
It's almost like hit stop in like fighting video
Yes,
games.
that's exactly, Michael. That is exactly what it is.
Yeah.
It's great to see media influencing media that way.
Thank you so much, Pinky Pink.
And again, I'd just like throw that face forward a little bit more. And then get them off screen just a little bit faster. Because we want them to feel like, because the punch of because the force of the punch is going down here, like straight down. We don't really want to see this character going off to the side too much, or it kind of decreases the power of the punch. Because right now we're assuming that this character's face is kind of following where the punch goes. So we want to keep it following the trajectory of the punch here. So if you can cheat that by having them get off screen faster so you see less of them to the side, I think it'll create the impression that the punch is a bit stronger. Let me know if that doesn't make any sense. And then here, I think maybe bring the hand up. Like the punch is finished. Yar! It's a very pirate motion.
Ooh.
You have to like watch out for the silhouette there with the other arm. And then you can start to ease out of that here. With the arm. With the other arm, I guess to clear the silhouette, I'd do something like that. Yahar! Matey! I've just turned this character into a pirate.
Nice.
Yahar!
Can you do it back and forth?
Yarhar, yarhar. Pirate's life for me.
Yeah, Oli asks, how many have you reviewed and how long do you have left?
I've got maybe half an hour left, and this is my third one. Okay, I'm sorry, I'll go faster. And then on this pose, hold pose. Boop, 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 boop.
Yeah, Coffee. This is India going fast.
I'm sorry. I'm just waking up. Head pops up afterwards. So rather than having the main character who's punched settle and have the head come up during the settle, have the head come up just afterwards. it'll be funnier because we'll be able to focus on it more. And it'll have its own little space. Otherwise,
Cool.
it'll get hidden behind the movement of the larger cell. And we won't catch the joke until the joke is already gone. If it comes up here, then we're really looking at the larger character. Whereas if we stop here and then the head pops up afterwards, it'll be much funnier.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So that's my notes. I'm just gonna put nice acting here. I like this little beat. And lovely characters.
They don't need to know they have lovely characters. Let's go on to the next one.
They do. I think it's important to call out the things that, like,
I'm just joshing with you.
you're not. You say you are, but I can tell you're not.
There's
Blah blah
blood.
neep. Okay.
First up, I would say if you've got that arm all muscly and stuff there, have it break the silhouette because it's all reading this one shape at the moment.
Maybe they wanted to read it in one shape.
Maybe.
Is there a donut character this time? I guess we'll find out.
I wonder.
You guys ready?
I wonder who's gonna get punched.
Oh no! No! Bagel! This is really cool. I don't even know how you did this. It's like a mixture of 2D and 3D. Is this grease pencil maybe?
Yeah, I think this is Blender grease pencil.
Poor Bagel.
I think maybe they did one drawing and they tweened and rotated them. I'm not sure.
Oh,
though.
they absolutely did. that drawing there. I like the way that the pencil line stays the same thickness, even though it's been transformed away. Like its thickness is relative to the camera rather than relative to the drawing.
That's pretty cool.
I don't like the way that Bagel has teeth upon their teeth. That's so frightening.
Where's his hole?
There.
Disappointing.
There it is.
That's really fun. Like having him hit him in the top of the donut and
Awesome
have that stretch.
I love.
That's amazing.
Yeah. It's just like so interesting, this technique where it's like you get to see the grid rotating and then you get to see this drawing like rotating. Like what the heck?
Oh yeah, you wanna
Interesting.
use some Blender at some point?
Maybe I do. These poses are fun though.
Yeah.
I would say this pose and this pose feel quite similar. So maybe you want like to have them starting facing the other direction to add just a little bit of variety, you know? So they're like actually stepping into it instead. To just have the first pose be a little bit different, because otherwise it's like, why did you go into this whole anticipation for this other pose when you could have just raised your arms to begin with?
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. It's a nice pose though. Like, this fist is going in your face. I would say that because we follow the fist round here, there's a part of me where when we're zooming towards Bagel, I'm wondering if the fist is still just behind the camera. Whether we're kind of following the fist point of view or not. So it might be nice to either speed up this camera move or have the pan be a little bit less, or do a cut instead of a tracking shot, just because I'm imagining that we are traveling with the punch here and then we stop and we're not. I mean, kudos for the punch just happening and then having one recoil. This needs an impact frame is what this needs.
Yeah, you reckon?
Yeah, I do reckon.
Gomu Gomu new donut punch.
Impact frame. Like, it'd be nice to have one frame of the fist entering the screen, I think. Maybe just like here. For just one frame. And then we get this get an impact frame. It's a shame this is only on for one frame because I would want the impact frame to happen and then for this frame to happen. So heart this frame.
Yeah, it's lovely to see you getting that squash and stretch in here with the 2D.
Yeah.
Because it's something that we've been anticipating and feedbacking on for a good few weeks now, of like getting that squash and stretch on the donut. And now that it's here,
Oh, it's finally here.
We're so thankful.
Kind of want his eyeballs to stretch too. Kind of want them to be like.
Imagine the guy running all the way up with a stretcher arm just to reel in off camera after he arrives to do a quick jab. Oh.
So the impact frame. Again, I'd choose the source of the impact, which would be the punch. Let me just do you a tiny version over here. Tiny version of impact frame. So the source of the punch would be like here, and then you'd have your 1 point perspective coming out.
Bam.
Bam. And then you'd want to take into account the drawings. So it might be something like this.
Oh, by the way, India, I've added a little image slideshow to behind the chat. If there's anything you want to add to that, let me know.
Oh, I see it.
Yeah.
I worry that it might make chat a little bit difficult to read.
It doesn't.
All right. So this kind of thing is what I'm thinking for the impact frame. And you just insert that just before this frame for like 3 frames or something. And you can have the impact frame evolve over time. So you can have like a common thing to do is to have the impact frame, then have a flash, then have the impact frame slightly more progressed. Or to invert the colours of the impact frame is also another common thing to do.
Yeah.
So then we have this, which is great. I do kind of feel like maybe the spacing here on our bagel boy, maybe if he's further away, the force of the punch will look more. So I'd be tempted to move him even further from cam. Don't be afraid to get the bottom of his feet on either. And there he go.
There he go.
So in terms of the recoil on the fist, like, I think that's feeling good. I like your economy of frames here. I do feel like you could get a little bit more nuance in there by like having the fist maybe tilt slightly as they lower it. Because if you lower your fist, you're very unlikely to like lower it like this.
Yeah.
With your fist in exactly the same place, your fist would tilt on your wrist. So if you wanted to add a drawing, that would be the one I would alter.
I'm imagining a second part to this animation where it cuts to Bagel flying through the air and then he sees someone else and he readies a punch.
And then the momentum of him flying through the air acts as the momentum of the punch.
Yeah.
And then the punch just keeps going around the world forever. Looks like Bagel's blasting off again!
Or Bagel's the meteor that gets punched by Andre's one.
Oh my gosh, they all tie together. What's Bagel got there? Is it just a glass? I feel so bad for Bagel.
I think it's his phone.
Oh. Poor Bagel. So yeah, I mean, if you wanted to add in a few more drawings here, and in between it some, a little anticipation before the shock, and a little overshoot on the shock would be super nice.
Yeah.
You know? They're all things which are fairly easy to add to. You could actually do them by squashing and stretching the drawings you already have. Although I will always prefer redrawing them just because I effing love drawing. But yeah, this is really fun.
Yeah, blah blah neeb.
Yeah, blah blah neeb. I guess for this bit I could help you out a little bit with the anatomy here of the lower body. Or maybe he's a snake man. Who knows?
Let's just go with he's a snake man.
Snake man. You gotta give it a shot.
Bagel is the meteor that killed the dinosaurs.
Bagel is the meteor that killed the dinosaurs. I'm gonna foreshorten it a little bit more because of the grid. Man got hit. Okay. And move on.
Okay.
Thank you, blah blah neeb. Amazing work so far, everybody. So here we are, Jack L draws. Let's have a look at the punch.
Punch.
Nice. This is another one where I feel like the cuts could make things a little bit clearer.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I appreciate the grids as well. So I feel like you might want to use a tool to do the grid, because the tool will show you where your vanishing point is.
Yeah.
And I feel like some of these grids might have been done without a vanishing point.
Like for instance, this grid where you cut back, you don't want them standing on the top most part of your grid. You want them standing on the plane of the grid that you're describing. So you want the horizon line.
Yeah.
The thing to extend beyond it.
Yeah, because if it was like, it would be like this if it was, say, like the edge of a cliff.
Yeah.
And they were running along the edge, but otherwise, these are going to extend, and they're going to be standing on the floor plane, like this.
Yeah.
So just watch out for that. So let me put that in at the top here. Watch grids. Find vanishing points.
Like, one thing I'm noticing is the spacing between the horizontal lines here. Some of them are similar. You want to make sure that those are decreasing as they go away to imply the depth.
I feel like they are decreasing, but you would like them to decrease in a more extreme.
Yeah, like the three horizontal lines here I'm pointing at, they seem like they're very evenly spaced, where they wouldn't necessarily be. You could take like one of those away, and then go to the next one, and then go to the next one.
Yeah, no, I get you. Yeah, I agree. Another thing is, I'm seeing that you're using like moving cameras, which is really nice. There's some storyboarding tips here that I think could help give the scene a bit more flow. So the camera comes down with this character here, as I anticipate, and then it kind of goes up and to the left as they dash off, but they dash off to the bottom of the screen. They kind of dash off in this direction. So I think have cam follow that instead of going up.
And would you say have it follow maybe a frame or two after they've made the movement, like it's a cameraman trying to keep up?
Yeah, you could delay the camera after the movement if you want. It depends what feel you're going for. Sometimes it's nice just to have the camera follow the movement so that there's no kind of meta considerations there.
Like no dissonance there.
There's no distance between you and the character. It makes you feel like you're one with the character. But if you want to make the viewer feel like a spectator for the fight, then you can delay the camera a couple of frames after the movement, and that creates more of a disconnect between the viewer and the character. So it's maybe not so great for emotional scenes, but it does make it look like you're watching very fast action, and you can't quite keep up with the movement because it's so fast.
Yeah. Darkbolt asks, that means the camera going up would imply a jump.
Yeah, exactly. And you can do things like you can imply jumps by characters without animating jumps. Like, you can get away with not actually drawing the jump and have the camera imply the jump. Like, that's kind of advanced stuff, but people do it all the time, and it's super cool. Like, the tricks that people use in editing is super awesome.
Yeah, it's really cool to see Jackal Draws exploring these with this. That kind of editing and fight choreography.
Yeah. I hope that's clear. So, and then when the camera follows, rather than have it held here, have the camera continue to travel into this scene. Almost like you're whip panning across. Having camera movements continue over two scenes, or transitions of camera movement happen overlapping two scenes, really helps to tie scenes together.
Okay. So it feels like we're like moving from one cut to the next.
Yeah, because it feels like we're following the character go off screen, and then we're seeing them come in.
Yeah.
Here, and it's one continuous head movement for us almost.
Okay. Kind of like if you were doing a whip pan with a camera for like live action, and you whip it like going, and then you cut in the middle of it, and then you continue whipping, and then you...
Yeah, whip pans are becoming incredibly popular in vlogs recently. Like, you'll see YouTubers use whip pans all the time to tie together scenes seamlessly. And it's because it's like a nice stylish way to get from one scene to another and completely hide the cut.
Yeah.
So continue just for a few frames.
So it's like a soft whip pan where you are still tracking the motion, but you have that movement continue over the two to... It's like you're pulling us in with the motion of the camera. Because I would agree, having it go completely like a wide shot here, but with no movement, it kind of feels like you start moving and then you stop moving. And it makes this character closing in the distance, it loses momentum.
Yeah. I'd also say that this scene might feel a little bit quick. How many frames do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 10 frames. I'd say 10 frames feels a little bit fast for a scene. So maybe you could start and just hold this for 6 frames or something with the camera settling in, and then have the character come on screen. Just because 10 frames and the amount they're moving feels incredibly close. And then it feels like the character should be there by now because of how fast they were moving. Like, it feels like it would only take another couple of frames for them to reach this character once you've set this up as them moving incredibly fast across
I
the
see
floor
that.
plane here. So I'd be tempted to either cut in here with a zoom, like we're kind of point of view coming towards this character, or maybe
Gotcha.
slow down the motion here a little bit. And then we have, let me make a note of that. This scene reads a bit too fast.
Let me see.
What is this music?
I don't know, I like it.
It's like club music.
Light 'em up, light 'em up. So they wrote in the notes, this was my first time using multiple cuts in an animation.
Oh,
so learning
nice.
how to utilize the timing of each cut was essential in getting across the impact of the punch. I regularly struggled with the actual landing of the punch, going so far as to end up doing 3 different versions. Though after some study and practice, I'm really happy with how it ended up.
That's awesome. Congratulations, Jack Eldraws. For your first time using different cuts like this, like you've done a really good job. I hope that this like advice is really helpful in pushing it to the next level. Like the next time that you use multiple cuts like this. It's all about thinking about how one scene relates to the other. So if you set up the speed of the character here, it kind of has to be consistent here.
Yeah.
You know?
Otherwise, you're sort of breaking the flow.
I like this duck and weave movement we have here, though, with this character. So this character's getting ready to jump up and punch, right? Because it kind of feels like the hand comes forward here. But it would still be anticipating, presumably. If they haven't yet punched. So I guess maybe having it a bit more like this would make more sense. I think it's difficult because the body here is tilting away from the punch, whereas if it was anticipating, it'd be tilting kind of towards it more. Like, I think you kind of want... Let me move this over, this frame backwards one. So it's on the right frame. There we are. Kind of need this to still be tilted that way. And then you can go into this. Yeah, there we are. Just keep it anticipating. Don't make it look like the fist is coming forward before it's time to punch. And then I think the red carrot here enters so fast, it's kind of difficult to read their pose.
Yeah.
I think you want to keep it very simple.
You could
and
have
readable.
them. You could have them move in really fast, but they come in and they're like ducked under, so they're like, "Huh!" And then you have a slow and then maybe.
Yeah. There are several different ways you could do this, which makes it tricky. Because you could have the character come in. One of the problems is that the character here is trapped within the larger character's silhouette, which makes their pose harder to read because they're overlapping this character immediately.
Yeah.
Which means that you don't get a clear read on their silhouette. So you could have them come in like...
There, yeah.
Like...
Nice.
I am going to punch you. You are going to get punched. Like that kind of thing.
Hey, Wob Onion. And thank you for the follow. CNMH QWERTY. Oh.
You know?
Yeah, I think if I were animating this, if that character is about to punch, I would have the first character come in and duck under the punch, so that they're coming in attack and they come in really fast. But then you have that kind of like it's not slow motion, but it's like slow and then that pop.
Yeah, I get you.
So you'd be like pop.
I mean, I can do that. They will still be trapped in the character's silhouette if we do that, but we can do that.
Yeah, no, I agree. I'm just giving you another point of view. I'm not trying to contradict you.
Well, I'm gonna erase what I've done and do what you've done.
No. I'm just talking.
No, I am to show like how you would do that.
Okay.
Because we want to show like how you might do that.
You've gotten
With
2
head to
cats
football.
and built your first PC since the last time you were here.
Really? Oh, holy crap! You've been busy. That's awesome. Say hello to your cats for us.
Good old catos.
So you could go for this kind of thing, and probably I'd cut like I probably wouldn't have this middle frame in here because you don't really want to ease into it. Or you could do the thing which Mike was suggesting, which if I take these off for a sec. I'm gonna still bring the character in earlier. I just need to decide which direction we're bringing them in from. So they're punching up that way, and they're running in this way. So they kind of do need to come from that side of the screen. So you would have
Just let me know, Oli. Not that we would give you preferential treatment, but we'd give you preferential treatment.
You could even get some. I mean, maybe I'm going a little bit overboard here. I am. I know I am.
Yeah,
But you
are.
could like really foreshorten that force perspective on that hand. I'd have it like the character's head get there first, and then the hand like drag behind a little bit, like this. I just really like forced perspective, guys. It's just cool, okay? Don't bully me.
Wob Onion, it's been so long, I actually have to ask you which one. The gun one that I can't remember because I'm small brained. Magnum bullets then. Well, thank you. Wob Onion says I really like that music video, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Much appreciated. We had a lot of fun working on that.
Yeah, Adder Lovely. If you've not seen Magnum Bullets, let me link you.
Just, I like foreshortening. Anywho, I'd probably push this a bit bigger here, actually. A bit more like this. Push it towards the camera more. That's more like it. It's more like the size that would read better. And then when you come up, you want to do a stretch frame. Just like line of movement is going to be that kind of thing.
Yeah, Michael says, the good thing is that this is not only useful to Jackal Draws, but to everyone watching. I'm learning tons from this. That's awesome.
That is awesome. I'm very happy. And we're thinking about this secondary arm coming round as well. Here. Just squash and stretch, guys. And then the rest of the body would catch up. Right? Then we'd have like a slightly more realistic pose, probably. As we coil, the body coils back in. We move the body up a little bit.
Oh, fun fact, Ivan. Yeah, the music video isn't the full song, but Indy and I never heard the full song until they released the album version of it. So we heard the music video version first, and then we're like, "What?" when we heard the when we heard the album version of it. It was funny because when we were talking about it, it was like, oh yeah, there's a sax solo in there as well. And we're like, what?
Yeah. I remember we heard it and we were like, wait a second. They don't want us to do the full like 5-minute video with the sax solo, do they? And they were like, no. We're using a different version for the music video, don't worry. And we're like, oh, thank goodness, because we don't have the time or the budget to do 5 minutes. This like should really be down like that.
Dreadfrog TV says, how much does one pay for a music video such as Starlight Brigade?
Oh my goodness.
I would say a fair amount.
A lot. So the best way to think about stuff like that is, how long is it going to take to do? Starlight Brigade took us like 7 to 9 months to make. And now, how many artists do you have on the team? And now, I think minimum wage is like just over or just under 3,000 a month. So say you have 4 artists working for 7 months. That's 3, 6, 9, 12. That's 12,000 a month for those 4 to work. And then times that by 7 months.
Yeah,
like, if we were to budget nowadays, we'd budget differently probably, but that's like a guide as to how we would probably approach it.
Yeah, I think it really depends as well, because there's a lot of variables in like what is created for it, you know. Say we could probably have a better idea if it was like, you know, Starlight Brigade 2. But the thing to remember is you got to account for not only the production of the music video, but also the pre-production, the world building, and that stuff as well.
Yeah, all the character designing and the storyboarding count as pre-production, but are absolutely essential steps in the process.
Yeah.
And like, it sounds like a lot when it adds up, but you need to make sure that the artists like are getting paid enough for them to be able to work full time for you and afford their rent and food and such.
Yeah.
So even like minimum wage would add up, but obviously you want to be paying your artists more than that. You don't want to be paying your artists the same amount they would get for just like waitressing at a cafe.
Yeah. To
be doing like such intensive, laborious work.
What you doing on the thing now, Swifty?
Okay, so we have like a few suggested poses for this punch. And I would like want to hold this a little bit longer, so I'd want to hold and settle for at least a couple of frames here to like sell the impact. I wouldn't want to cut so fast away from it.
There you go.
You know? Because I would probably also want to hold here on this anticipation for a couple more frames.
Mm-hmm.
Just to really help them read, you know?
And I like that you went for that kind of uppercut motion as well, because it allows their body to curve around that punch attack.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the recoil is nice to draw. I enjoy. Like, I would just keep recoiling slow motion. I would just keep the back arching, keep the legs coming up.
Yeah. Keep
the arms going back. So, if we're cutting to this dude just before he gets punched, it makes sense with the previous one, is what I'm thinking. Because he gets punched more from the side there in the previous version.
Yeah.
Either way, though, because he's so tall compared to this character, I'd be tempted to shoot this as more of an upshot.
Rather than flat on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
As a low angle, I'd be tempted to like...
You know what I would be tempted to do?
What?
Nah, it's a completely different shot, so don't mind me.
Well, you can say it anyway, and we won't do it, but you can say it.
Well, in boarding and stuff, if you shoot a character from below, then they feel a little bit more powerful because you're lower than them. But if you were to raise the camera up and shoot it from above, they feel smaller, like you're looking down on them.
Yeah.
So I would be tempted to have like a down shot slightly of his head, so that when he gets punched, his face is going up into camera, but you're also like looking down at him.
I see. Like, if you were catching him under the chin, then his head was snapped back, and if you were shooting from above, then you get to see like his expression as his head snaps back.
Yeah. But it's a different shot choice.
Yeah.
Figured I would share it though, because like looking at this, like what would be the things that I would think about doing?
Yeah. You've been enjoying boarding recently.
I have. Yeah. I don't know if it's like it's growing like some sort of creative tumor in my brain, like where it was just a seed before, and then I put water on it by boarding, and it's like, I want to grow into a storytelling machine. I don't know. It's been really fun. I think a lot of what intimidated me about animation was the sheer amount of work it was to tell, like to do a small time frame of stuff.
Yeah.
But boarding feels like a really nice way to exercise those muscles and make those decisions and tell that story without having to like throw yourself off the cliff, which is drawing all of the frames.
Yeah. These poses are really fun, by the way. I'd say watch out for your punch, your fist pose here, because it looks like they're punching with the back of their hand.
Yeah, that's gonna hurt.
So think about it more like,
in a punch, you usually want your front two knuckles to be in line with the straight line of your wrist to your elbow. If you have it slightly bent, that's a little less strong. But if you hold your arm out in front of you,
Mike is punching champion. Mike has done martial arts where you punch, so he knows about punches.
Yeah, if you have your hand like straight as it usually is, it's a little weaker. But if you point, your index knuckle and your middle knuckle, so that it's straight with the line of your elbow and your wrist, that's strong.
How's this, Mike?
I think is that their left or their right hand?
I've drawn.
Is it this one or this one?
A
or B?
Let me speak. I've drawn their right. No, wait, their.
Because it looks
left?
like the thumb is. It looks like they're
Yeah,
left.
it is. I got mixed up.
Yeah. So my first thing was I feel like the thumb is
Okay,
in the
one
wrong
sec.
place.
It's hard for me to reference my own hand. Thank you.
You're
I
welcome.
appreciate it.
Can you see
I'm
it
like
okay?
trying to reference it while I'm like drawing with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we are. Thank you.
That feels better.
Yeah, thank you. It's good to have a co-pilot who can recognize these things. In terms of the face though, hold on, I'm just gonna write watch and pose. Yeah, I really like the fun stuff you have going on with the face here.
I think Jackal Draws, did you have a look at because I posted a link to Pegbarian's animation analysis of the punch from Gurren Lagann. I'm
looking at this and I'm seeing Gurren Lagann.
Yeah, I feel like they were like, that's really cool, because you do have that initial contact frame that like the face almost goes inward and then it reverberates out. So it's really cool to see you emulating that.
Yeah, it's nice. I like this. This is just fun. Like, it's just fun to make them make goofy expressions and such. I'm a fan. I'd say if there was one thing that I would say with these shots being strung together, is that every shot feels very fast. So you might want to give some shots a little bit more room to breathe in terms of giving them more frames, which I know means more work, but you know, just key it if nothing else, you know.
Yeah.
And then we have this.
I like that.
Yeah, you know what this needs? This needs a shockwave. Needs a
boom.
power of the punch. Shockwave to sell power. And then you can just have that like slowly disperse.
Boom shakalaka.
Boom shakalaka, boom shakalaka.
Yeah, having your environment affected by the power of the punch is a good way to sell impact as well.
Yeah. And then this flip is nice. I do feel like if this is the edge of, I don't know, a road here, and they do a flip forward, it feels like they're landing almost behind where they started. Whereas it feels like the momentum of their punch would send them forward instead. So just watch the foot placement there. And I'd move the character forward a little bit when they land to make sure that they're landing realistically as to where they are in the air previously.
Gotcha.
You could add some cam shake here as well, which would be really nice. Sometimes when someone's being punched, adding cam shake adds like this real intensity to it. And I just mean like a continually jittering, shaking cam as someone's face is slowly being punched and the camera's like, wah! The camera's freaking out. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna write watch foot placement. On landing. If they are flying through the air here, feels like they should probably land like here instead.
Yeah.
I like what you're doing with the camera here, where you have like that rebound up. It does feel like strange staging to end it on though. Like I'd probably end it on a shot more like that, where you get to see more of the character. Yeah, that's everything. Just think about how your shots flow into one another in terms of the camera movements and the character movements. Think about where your viewer is looking on screen between each of the cuts and try and keep that place the same.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. So right now we'll be looking like right in the center. So then you probably want him to be more center here. So that it leads on from this shot more seamlessly. Basically. So just look for opportunities to line up the area of interest between your shots. Anything to add, Mike?
No, I am good.
Okay. So this is, we don't have a handle on this, Mike. Do you want to let me know whose this is?
Let me check.
And I'll add it on. You guys all seen the Muppets Treasure Island? Boom. Shakalaka laka boom. Shakalaka laka boom.
Wow, it's just seeing a lot of new names here. It's really cool.
You love Muppets Treasure Island. Me too! Shiver my timbers, shiver my soul. Yo ho, heave ho! There are men whose hearts are as black as coal. Yo ho, heave ho! Everyone's homework is to watch Muppets Treasure Island again. It's not related to anything to do with animation or the challenges. It's just a good movie. Yeah, Tim Curry is fantastic in that movie. When you're a professional pirate.
I don't know whose this is. Maybe Kobe?
Do you want me to give you the initials?
Yeah.
LD. And the thing is called Punch Blaze Proof. Sorry, Blaze Poof.
Oh, Blaze Poof. Okay, cool. Their name is Blaze Poof.
Oh!
That would have helped.
Oh, I didn't. I
Yeah.
mean, it just said Animorning Challenge Punch
Oh,
Blaze
that's cool.
Poof and then had a name after it, so I
Yeah.
thought that was a title.
Yeah, so
I mean-
it's Blaze Poof.
There you are. Now everyone can find you.
Just before you watch this and get into this, I will say that on Thursday, this upcoming Thursday, Indy and I are going to be interviewed by Toon Boom over on their Twitch channel, and it's going to be about the Animorning Challenge. They noticed that people are really engaging with it, and they thought it'd be really cool to talk to us about it. So if you guys are interested, it's going to be over on Toon Boom's Twitch channel. I will find out right now what that is.
I think it's worth saying that I'm not exactly sure what they're going to ask us about it, and I haven't given it much thought since I asked us to do it and we said yes.
Yeah.
So it will be extremely impromptu, extremely informal, and I don't know how useful it will be to anyone.
Well, we got a bunch of preliminary questions that they've sent us through, and we're
Oh,
meeting
we
them.
do?
We're meeting them for an hour before it starts to go over them.
What?
Yeah, so it might not
Dude!
be as impromptu as you.
Oh, I mean, thanks, Toon Boom. Yay!
So that's their channel. If you want to give that a follow, so you know. But if you, we'll be shouting about it. I think they're gonna sort of announce it today. But I figured since you all are into the Animorning Challenge,
Darkball says, "Don't let them ask you what constitutes a sandwich."
just bread and
Okay.
something in it, right? And
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the bird brain's the reason they found out about the Animorning Challenge.
Oh, more than likely, yeah. Actually, definitely. Zaburbrain's been a good champion in our corner. Oh, do you have to get up very early? It's actually going to be late at night for us.
Yeah, it's more just like that's like my time is so limited that having another hour to have to just like go over meeting questions isn't the ideal way for me to spend my time.
Sorry.
But hey, you know what? It's super nice that we're being interviewed.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to complain about it, even though I just did. I'm not going to complain any more about it. I'm going to be thankful for the fact they even want to talk to us.
Yeah, it's worth your time.
Better speed up these critiques. This might have to be the last one I do this morning. Are you guys going to murder me?
You
Are
might
you-
still be doing them by Thursday, so.
It's true. I might still be doing them by Thursday. There's so many of them. I'm excited. A murder stream. Only a little. You guys are so patient with me. Thank you.
I mean, as Micah said, like, even if we're not reviewing your personal animation, you can still get information
Yeah, that's true.
from what you're saying.
I hope so. We'll figure out a good format to do these now that more people seem to be involved.
Yeah.
This is the most we've ever had. So yeah. We will figure out how to do this better for next time, so that we don't spend as much time. Radical, dude.
Oh, it comes up there.
Yo. Oh no, was it too loud? I mean, that was radical music though. Yeah, this is cool. We get Ken. Wow, 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 wow. Oh, wow. The the name fades on as well.
Yeah.
Oh. Sure you can! It was loud enough in all caps. Okay. But yeah, this is cool. So, nice anticipation here with the foot coming in. Would love to see camera shake here. I mean, it's a little thing you can add that doesn't actually mean more animation for you. It just, you know, gives it that little bit of extra oomph. Cam shake when the foot hits the ground. When the foot hits the ground. It was loud. It was loud in my ears. I can tell you guys that. Mike could probably hear it through my headphones.
We should come up with a shorthand. So if you draw a box and a triangle for the camera and then lines around it, that could mean camera shake. Might be faster than writing cam shake.
Maybe, but then we'd need some kind of key for people who haven't come to the streams before.
It's true.
So we have this rotation happening, which is super nice. We go around him. Yeah. I'd say you probably want to continue the arc implied by this arm here. So the arm is following... The arm's coming around like this, right? Moving in this direction. And then the next frame we're backwards, and then the next frame we're forwards again. So I would be tempted to space the hand so it's like this instead. So you just move everything. You'd move your camera essentially to be like that instead. So that sweeps across in an arc.
Gotcha.
A bit smoother. Adjust spacing on hand here to follow arc. I just spell arc R-A. Rark. That would be this kind of arc going on.
Oli says maybe you have to do the challenge every 2 weeks going forward if the submissions are adding on.
Yeah, maybe. I do like it being weekly. The problem is I'm unwilling to compromise. It would be super cool here to have this hand be delayed a little bit behind it. Because it would give us this feeling of foreshortening that you've already got going on. To just have one frame before it settles of it being like super large. Even larger. Plus one frame of forced perspective. Hand coming in.
Yeah, I didn't push India to do more like prep work yesterday because she had literally just come off of a deadline. I was like, you know what, go relax.
Nice impact.
But I did forewarn her of like, we got about 30 submissions. Are you okay with that? Do you want to like, maybe we should just pick a few to review? And she's like, no, I'll just be fast. So.
Then I wasn't. This is super nice. Like the way you have the lighting flickering here to keep it alive.
That is really nice. Yeah.
Yeah, without having to move anything.
Shows
super
that
cool.
they're powering up as well.
Yeah. I mean, if you had all the time in the world, I'd say, obviously, like, gi flapping, hair flapping would make this super effing epic, but this is a really good way to keep one image alive. And then we get the zoom on the eye. I do want a little bit of ease on this, plus ease. Like, just push it a bit more extreme. You know, because you could totally like...
Inviting the knights to help out on checking out the submissions, it's not a bad call.
Yeah, the thing, I don't really want to elicit unpaid work from my friends for an Animorning challenge that Mike and I have decided to start. I feel bad asking people for help when it means taking up their time.
Yeah, I get you.
And then ease out here, I think. Even if it's just, you might only need one frame. Like when it comes to zooming into this and zooming out from this, you might only need one frame. But just like a frame of the eye getting just slightly further away or moving down slightly. I think moving down might even be nicer because it would signify more of an arc. It feels like here we just zoom out of the eye, but here we're moving down as well. So you might want to adjust the spacing here to move down. Adjust spacing on eye to follow arc. And then I'd want another ease here. It will make all the difference. You just gotta trust me with these eases. One more frame just to move him up a tiny bit to finish off that arc. So we get this nice like sweeping motion. Ease into slightly higher position. And then this is a Shoryuken happening, isn't it? I really like this.
Mm-hmm.
That's a really cool way to show the impact. I do feel like there must be a way to draw more attention to the fact that the fist is doing something. Because right now the entire character moves down. And then we come up and we only really see its fist here.
Yeah.
So,
maybe the flames could leave a trail.
Yeah, that's a good idea, Mike. This is why we pay you the big bucks.
Yeah, I'm sure the check is in the mail.
Yeah, it's been in the mail for the past 7 years.
That's not true.
So antic on fist I think will help too.
Antic.
And then when you come to move it forward, like Mike was saying, give it a flame trail. Flame trail. These are my amazing flames. And then we go, oh, this is wonderful. And I'd love for this to hold and have a jitter. What is it? You're making noises.
Oh, I'm just thinking about how to structure Animorning Challenges reviews in a way that helps the people who are watching. Because these reviews, they do go for a long time. So there's an investment of people watching to be like, okay, you're going to spend the next 2-3 hours to get through these. I'm just thinking, making thinking brain sounds.
Yeah.
There's
a little bit of confusion here with this frame, where I kind of feel like, is this meant to be his arm? Yeah.
So I missed like 3 other followers. Thank you, C-Lab and Antinkart and Silent6019. Really appreciate you following us. Thank you.
Because it feels like this should be the arm.
Is that a butt?
Is what a butt?
Sorry, it's not, but I looked back. Just here. It's not a butt.
I don't think so. I'm trying to work out, because I thought it was the arm to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
But it feels like the arm needs to go straight up here, because we're following that motion, right?
Yeah.
Is this the other dude's arm?
No,
Wait,
I
there's
don't
a
think so.
man.
There is a man.
There's a man.
Yeah, so
I don't know why there's a man there.
Because that's who's getting punched.
I see. He's rotating away from the camera.
So it's not a butt.
Ah!
It's an armpit.
It's not an armpit. This is his chest, and this is his nip,
Yeah.
and this is his the underneath of his head.
Yeah. And his shoulder.
Yeah.
So
just
his
no
shoulder-
armpit.
his shoulder and his shoulder and his pit next to one another. That's what I was summarizing as it's his armpit.
Yeah. So that rotation, I think, is not 100% clear to us.
Mm-hmm.
So I think you might be better to maybe not rotate it. Just because like it's going to be very difficult to sell that. Move this over so it's in the right place. Like, have you thought of maybe just having him recoil? Like, just have him like, oh, 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 oh.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I think maybe it's to tie into the fact of Ken's move being that spinny uppercut.
Mm-hmm. We don't have enough visual information
To
read it as a rotation.
Yeah.
At the minute. So you'd need to either like add in a spinning background or have like the spin ease in or something. Maybe the spacing is just too large. Like I think this reads better in terms of what's happening with the dude. But if you really wanted to have that spin happen, I think maybe easing would help you. Rather than just have him suddenly appear next to him, the spacing might be just a little bit too big for us to make that connection. So, whoops. I always draw on the wrong frame. There we are. Consider
Yourself.
Well, Lynn. Consider easing into the rotation.
I love how triggerable you can be with like musical lyrics.
Or just a pose. To make bad guy more readable.
I'd love to see you in a stage play where you played the Artful Dodger.
Oh man, I'd be good at that.
Yeah, you would. You've got the stuff for that role.
Oh, I did want to write more readable is what I was going to put.
Consider yourself
Part of the family. We haven't a lot to spare. Who cares? Whatever we got, we share.
Yeah, there you go. Are you guys married? Just a random question.
No.
Nope.
We are not.
We live in sin
We live in harmony.
and
Harmony and sin.
and Storyboard Pro. Why are you asking?
I think it just said just curious.
They didn't say just curious. They just said just a random question.
Well, then it's just a random question.
Everyone had the same joke. Do we seem like a married couple?
Ooh, 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 ooh.
Is this one the Shoryuken, or is that a different one?
Is what this
Move, this uppercut.
That's a Shoryuken, I think.
Okay.
Oh wait, isn't a Shoryuken the spinning kick?
Maybe. Hadouken. Yeah, Shoryuken must be the kick because it's saying Ken. No, I don't know, man.
Shoryuken. Okay, if we're ending up up there with the hand pose, then
You definitely seem together in some way.
we are together in some way.
Yeah.
We are romantically together. Don't you forget about me. He's doing that pose.
Don't.
Don't you forget about me.
He's not Ken, he's Kender. Because the character that does that is called Bender. You get it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
good.
Kender.
It's good.
Doig and Swift share one brain cell. Sometimes one uses it more than the other.
They're together like Frankenstein's monster.
What?
Like some amorphous glob.
Yeah, I sometimes forget that people wouldn't necessarily know. Because I say we're a couple of goofs, but that's a way of saying that we're a couple without saying we're a couple.
Oh, is it? I thought you were just saying that we were goofy.
And
Yuck.
and goofy. I think there is a point in the streams where you do fall off the edge of your own like inhibitions. They just fall away.
Now you're making me all paranoid.
Sorry, it's fun.
Yeah.
It's good.
These are my notes though on this.
Okay.
That wasn't a very good note, this particular one.
Fuck. I didn't pull that one off.
Are you trying to yuck?
No, but with an F at the beginning.
I don't know what you're doing.
I can go yuck.
Disturbing.
Yuck.
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 Yuck. Okay.
Gosh.
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 Anyway,
Gosh, Mickey.
it's all done doing goofy impressions.
Gosh.
Yeah, I could do one more, or we could call it here for today and continue with them tomorrow.
Do one more.
You want me to do one more?
Put it in.
What it did.
You want me to do one more?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. This is at Carvalava Art. Carvalava Art. One more thing.
Do
Yeah.
it.
I was sitting on the couch with India, and I think we were just chilling out for once in a while, and India just did this voice where she was just like,
Put it in.
we both giggled our asses off at
We
it.
were thinking about what it'd be like if there was like a little gremlin in the room, in the corner, and it was just like staring at you, and then every now and then it would just be like,
Put it in.
and you'd be like, what?
You're not even holding anything.
Yeah, what
You're
you-
not doing anything.
I'm sat alone in my apartment, what are you talking about?
Put it in.
Put what in?
Put it in.
Anyway, that's Mike and I's humour late at night. let's have a look at Carver Lava's art. I pressed play and nothing happened. Is my screen frozen? Oh, nope. It's working now. Okay.
Oh.
This is great. Oh shit. I sent some OCs.
This is really lovely. Okay. You have to pick one of the punches.
What? No!
Yeah.
No, come on.
Talk about the other two, but you have to pick one.
Okay.
One punch.
Okay. This first punch is probably my favorite. It's got a really nice sense of like impact and biff. It feels very biffable.
Boff.
Boff! Hey, there you are. Maybe subliminally you influenced me to say that. It's nice. Like, I think the spacing here is super clear, super nice. Like, look at that nice posing there. The silhouette's super readable in both. Like, nice line of action going through. Bam! Yes, bam! Or boff, as it were. And then you have this nice follow through. You could ease that a little bit more if you wanted to. But I'm not giving notes on this one. I'm just saying that you could.
Okay.
I also like the follow through on this little puppet.
Bing.
The way it like flops like a wave is really fun. Nice. Like, very nice punch. Really like it. This character, I feel like the wobble at the end isn't quite reading right, but I totally got what you were going for. This character's like a kind of slug, right? So they punch the dummy, but then the reverberations go through them instead because they're like slimy and wibbly.
Okay.
Yeah?
Let's see.
So, oh my gosh, this character's really cute. Nice pose.
Yeah, nice clear action.
And then,
Using the sort of tail to balance as well. That's nice.
and that's a 1, so that's a nice smear. And then, bam. Oh, nice. And then you get the wibble going through the entire body.
Yeah, I missed that.
Yeah, I also missed that. I felt it though. I think there's something with the shrinking here that happens on this frame that makes it feel a little less clear somehow. I'm not entirely sure why the proportions of the entire character change. Like, they just transform down, because it's not like it's a squash. They're not squashing outwards or anything.
Yeah.
They just seem to shrink. I'm not sure if that's part of like their power. Maybe part of their power is like they enlarge when they're about to punch. But if that is one of their powers, I'd do it on one of these held frames or something so you can see it happen.
Yeah.
Because I didn't see them enlarge if that's something that happens to them. And so this shrinking, I think the shrinking takes away from the reaction that you have, because it kind of distracts you and makes you wonder about why that's happening rather than looking at all this fun jiggle that's happening through the character instead. I think maybe the jiggle will be more apparent if you let it distort more of the character. At the minute we have a held pose and the jiggle kind of just goes along them, but you could distort more of the pose as it goes.
Yeah.
I can do some drawovers for that so you can see the kind of thing I mean. And I like this little bit of acting where it's like he's ready to punch and the friends are like, yeah, you should totally go for it. But the character expression is so apathetic. They're like, well, I guess if I really have to. If you're all doing it, I guess I'll do it. So this step, I feel like in order for it to feel like they're properly anticipating doing this punch, you want to lower the hips and push the leg back a little bit after this, rather than just rotate it. And then we have this anticipation. I'd be tempted almost to put the wind up in here, in this front view,
Yeah.
and then cut straight to this frame here. I just feel like that would be maybe be nicer staging than having him just kind of get ready and then do it in this side shot here.
That's nice. Look at the way the thing distorts, eats that fist.
It is nice, but there's something that I feel is lacking. Aha, it rips the head off, gotcha. Yeah, the spacing here I feel like could be improved a little bit to make it clearer what's happening. Like, you'd have a little bit of resistance here in this dummy. Would be nice to show the rip clearer. And then having like a little bit of a slowdown to see what's happened. And then just slamming it into the wall super fast. I think that would feel real good.
Gotcha.
Okay, let me make a few notes over the top based on what I see. So I think I'd keep her fist in the dummy because it helps you to connect the fact that the impact is what's sending this shudder down her. So you have her hand kind of bloop out and inflate here. And then we basically just want this kind of shape to happen to the rest of her as well, right? So like really being clear that it's traveling across her shoulder. And then we can get that eye super big to really make it clear.
Yeah, you could.
And then you can follow through with the fist.
What's your thoughts on the leg ripple occurring there? Because it's a wave motion going through in a 2D sense from left to right.
Yeah.
But if it was working its way through the volume of her arm, head, torso, leg, the leg ripple would actually be delayed because it would have to travel through more mass.
It would only make sense if the force of the ripple was coming from her foot and traveling up her leg, but since it's not, it doesn't really make sense. So yeah, I would agree on potentially losing that. Here.
I mean, bringing it back later.
Yeah.
Like offset.
Potentially bringing it back now that we're having the butt swell, because that would pull mass from the leg. Whoop. Like, basically, I'm missing the entire body being pulled by this thing. Because it feels like we're tracing over the drawing and just adding the ripple on top of the drawing. I'm missing the entire form, feeling like it's being pushed and pulled around.
Yeah, like the mass of the volume traveling is yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. So, like, giant butt. And then it's in the tail. And the rest of her body can kind of return to normal. As it travels along her tail.
Yeah, if she's got like little spikes and stuff on her like tail there, the ripple wouldn't necessarily go through them so that they like displace to the camera projection up and down, but they would actually go outwards in the perpendicular angle to the spikes, because it would reverberate out from the center. So you could have a nice description of depth of like, rather than it going like this, it go like whoop, like that.
Sorry, I missed what you were, I was watching it through and I missed what you were saying.
Oh, sorry. I was just saying if she's got spikes and stuff on her tail, then the ripple would go out perpendicular to the angle of the spike, or like follow the point out of the spike. So it would sort of go like this.
Yes.
Rather than.
Oh, I see. You're saying that they're pushing the spikes up, but the spikes should be like, you can do it on this frame.
Yeah.
Distorting like this instead.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's a little bit clearer. It's ridiculous, but it's fun.
Yeah, it's a really lovely idea.
It could maybe do with a few more frames. I think maybe you should put it on 3s instead of 2s. It is the last review for today, Ola, just because I've spent so long doing them. But I'll be continuing them tomorrow.
How many have we gotten through?
Don't ask.
Okay. Jiggle punch.
Jiggle punch. And then here I'm gonna write no shrinking. Why? Why would you shrink? And then this leg is the other thing I wanted to. So step back.
Doig, it's the journey. What's the journey?
It's a journey, not how many you've done, but the journey.
Oh. Okay. I'm sorry.
You should be. I
just
can't believe you.
I just wanna-
Unforgivable.
Hey! This is
You're
another,
unforgivable.
This is another punch.
What's another punch?
You're doing drawovers on another punch.
Right?
I told you you had to pick one.
Hey! Look. I said that I would potentially do drawovers on this bit. Just because I feel like this needs to push back.
I can't believe you've done this.
Can't believe you've done this.
Is that from something?
Yes.
What is it?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know off the top of my head because I don't think I've ever seen the original. I've only heard Dan and Aaron laughing about
I can't believe you've done this.
the thing it's from.
Okay.
So it is from something. I haven't seen it. I'm not 100% sure. I think they just like the English accent. Can't believe you've done this.
Your English accent's really good.
It's almost like I'm English.
Almost. I keep forgetting.
That I'm English.
Yeah.
That I'm English.
Yeah, a little bit.
I'm English.
It's a vine, a British vine.
Whoa, what up, lads? It's a vine to do.
Wait, well, I guess that's it then, potion seller. Ollie's just like, blimey.
Blimey. Gee whiz.
G. Willikers.
Golly.
Is G. Willikers an American one?
Yes.
Okay. Because that was in Batman.
Gee Willikers, Batman. Golly.
A guy is trying to do a vlog or something and his friend just punches him in the side of the head. I can't believe you've done
I can't believe you've done this. That is a strange reaction to being punched.
In my head, because I've not seen the video, the two people is Tyler trying to do the vlog and like either Grog or Jordan just punch it, like
I can't believe you've done this.
whacking him on
You
the side of the
pillocks.
head. He's so calm, it's crazy. Okay, we'll watch that. We'll watch that after the stream.
Cool. Yeah. So basically, I just feel like they should slide the foot backwards a little bit more there. And then I think it would be really nice if here we actually got the wind up as well. I'd love to see the wind up here.
It's fitting for the challenge theme because it's a punch. That's very true.
I can't believe you've done this. That's my version.
Oh, good.
I want several remixes of that auto-tuned.
I can't believe you done this. Can't
Believe you've done this.
Can't.
And then you would cut in here. Cut in here. And then spacing here. I feel like you only really need this frame. And then you can cut that frame and go straight to this frame. So, cut this frame. You don't need it. And ease into this frame more. To get like a real kind of punching the doll. Bam!
Is India from the north?
From the north!
I don't know,
Get
India.
a Cornish pasty!
Are you from the north, India?
I don't know.
I don't think she knows.
What does the north entail?
Northumbria? Maybe?
Northumbria!
Let me look.
Norwich! Newton! Nottingham!
Oh.
Nottingham!
Let's see.
Jitter.
Wait,
/ stagger. I think stagger is a better way to say it, honestly.
I said Northumbria, but is it actually Northumberland? Because
Northumberland!
I've been watching a series where things are called things as they used to be called. So it's like, oh, we're gonna go off to Way Ellis, and
You
stuff
remember?
like that.
Do you remember those PG Tips adverts? Monkey! Monkey!
No, because that's not the fucking PG Tips advert.
What is it?
Wait, isn't it? Is it? Wait, let me look.
Wait, the PG Tips ones are the one with the two dudes, isn't it? Where they're like really soft spoken.
They might be. No, it's coming up. PG Tips Monkey. You're right. it
Monkey!
is. What am I thinking of?
Guys, English adverts. They were never good.
They did use chimpanzees for PG Tips as well.
Oh, I hated that.
I was thinking
Maybe
something
that's
else.
why I'm not a fan of monkeys. It's because of all the Monkey Tea adverts.
Monkey.
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 I'm sorry, we're just drowning in nostalgia here. Probably no one who's not English knows what the heck we're talking about.
Wait, yeah, hands up if you know what we're talking about
Yeah.
with the PG Tips Monkey advert.
Hands up in chat. There's this great animated one with those two dudes who are, I think they're Tetley. And,
Tetley, that was the one with the
yeah.
little animated dudes.
Yeah, and
Tetley.
one of them's crawling across a desert, and he's like, he's dehydrated, and he's crawling, and he's like, water, and then he finds a glass of water, and he picks it up, and he keeps crawling, and he goes, kettle. It's a good advert.
That's pretty good, yeah.
Do you guys remember the red car and the blue car had a race?
No.
You don't?
No.
The red car won because he took the Milky Way. Okay, give me a sec.
Are you on this? What is this?
What do you mean, what is this?
I've never heard of this before.
Red car.
Vibe the Pyromancer followed us 12 minutes ago. Thank you. Why are they not? Why can I not hear those?
You guys ready? You're going to hear the audio too because, you know. Look at this animation.
The red car and the blue car had a race. All red wants to do is stuff his face.
Oh, I do remember the animation.
He eats everything he sees, from trucks to prickly trees. But smart old blue, he took the Milky Way.
Wait, the blue car
He's
one.
looking for a chocolate treat, fluffy and light, 'cause he knows it won't spoil his appetite. Oh no, the bridge has gone. Old Red can't carry on. But smart old blue, he took the Milky Way.
The sweet you can eat between meals without ruining your appetite.
That's a marketing approach, isn't it? Like, oh, I don't want to give my kids confectionery because they might not eat their dinner. It's okay, parents. We scientifically designed a candy bar that won't ruin their appetite. Like, fuck, does it not ruin your appetite because there's nothing nutritional in there?
Is that Richard Williams' work? It could very well be. It looks like his style, doesn't it? I love the rendering on it. Like,
Yeah.
it looks like it's done with pencil crayons or something. I wish I could find a better quality version of this. But look, each frame of this is, look how gorgeous this rendering is.
Look at the face on that car.
Yeah,
No, the other face on that car.
but there's like a little head up here on the car.
That's the face I'm talking about.
Oh, okay. That's what I was talking about too. It's amazing. It's beautiful. Like, what a gorgeous advert. Like, my gosh. So well animated.
Dinner
Hours
ti-
away.
Hours away.
Yeah, and I'll show you guys Monkey now. Just because, you know.
Show him the monkey.
Yeah. I'm gonna show you one of them. This is Everyone Ever, and we're not gonna watch that.
Stand and deliver! Hello, Al. So, you're back? Yeah.
Is this supposed to be the first one?
This is not the first one. Hold on. I want the first one. First one. Why would they start with not the first one? I'm just gonna put best ever PG Tips Monkey commercial. There we are.
It is pretty good.
We didn't get to hear him say monkey, but that's okay. You guys get the idea. There you go. You're welcome. Welcome to English adverts.
Oli says, before you stop streaming, can you play my shot once and not comment and just end the stream? I don't know why that would make me laugh.
Okay, yeah, we totally can. For you, Ola, for sure. I'll try not to comment. I'm probably going to be like, holy shit, that was amazing. But let me see if I can see it.
Don't assume his animation ability.
I know his animation ability. It's astonishing. I don't know which one is yours. Which one am I looking for, Mike? Can you give me a hint?
Well, does it not say their names?
No, it just says punch, 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 punch.
Okay. Not in it yet. Oh. Go up again? Oh. Oh. Let me have a look.
Okay, Mike's gonna find it. Don't assume it's subpar. Yeah, sure. Your subpar isn't everybody else's subpar, Ola. Pumpkin Tiger. Well, while Mike is looking, I'll answer this question. Or I'll try. I got a question. I see how it hurts the industry when you work for free on projects, but I got asked to help with a student project where a dude from Where to Digital is doing the animation supervision, and I'm so stoked to work on it. Am I hurting the industry if I help with the student project for free? I mean, I don't think so. I think you hurt the industry if you let large companies get away with that continually, because then those large companies continue to exploit their employees. The only person you're hurting if you take on small projects for free is yourself, really. And that's kind of up to you to balance whether you, like... There are three aspects to projects, right? There's how much do you love the project? There's how much do you want to work with the people who are making it? And there's how much you're getting paid for it. And like any of those are perfectly fine motivations for you to work on something. So you just have to balance it out. Like I've definitely worked on stuff that I'm super excited about for very low pay just because I'm excited about it, you know? It's because that's what I want to do.
Yeah, I think there's a difference between low pay and
No pay.
no pay. Like, you don't want to give people the expectation that what you provide isn't worth paying money for. I saw an interview with a guy, he's a writer, and he'd done an interview and from a while back on something, and they wanted to, another company wanted to use that interview as bonus materials on their DVD. So they contacted him to ask whether they could use it, and he was like, sure, you can use it if you pay me. And they're like, you know, what do you mean? He's like, you want to use my material and my thoughts and whatever, then pay me. And they're like, well, everyone else agreed to it without payment. Yeah, it was like, yeah, but they're assholes, pay me. And
They're not assholes, but...
The thing is he was not putting his point across in the most constructive way, but the expectation that was built up from the other people. I
mean, that's the thing, is like the correct thing is it's like they're not assholes for not wanting pay, but they have created precedent that you shouldn't need to pay for that, and that's not necessarily right either.
Yeah.
So just because other people haven't been paid doesn't necessarily mean that you shouldn't ask.
Yeah.
Just like if everyone in your company is being underpaid, it doesn't mean it's okay for you to be underpaid too.
Yeah, I will just state, I don't think people who don't ask for pay are assholes. I'm just saying that this guy in the interview said that.
Yeah.
Like, that was his take on it, was that it made it harder for him and he wasn't gonna,
Yeah, well, I'm less about like, oh, they're making it hard for me, and more like, it's gonna improve everyone's quality of life in a place where you're being underpaid to ask for what you're worth. Because if you get what you're worth, the company is gonna be pressured to give everyone what they're worth. And the company doesn't want that, because the company wants to keep as much money as possible. But I'm pretty sure everyone who works with them would want to be paid what they're worth.
Yeah.
So it benefits everyone except for the people who are holding on to the money.
Yeah.
You know? But yeah, if you want to work for free on something, then that's completely up to you. Just understand, like, if you're going to work on something for free, it should be something that either like you get to work with someone who you really admire, or you get to do something that you really, really, really want to do.
Yeah.
But like, don't let people use that to manipulate you. Don't let people say, oh man, but this is such a good project with such a good team. You should be happy to work on this with no pay. That's your choice to make.
I would say do it once, but if the second opportunity comes up, then change the scenario if you can, because otherwise you set a trend. And
yeah, Mike and I aren't in agreement on this, so you're getting two very different opinions, because Mike is of the opinion that you should get paid every time no matter what, and you should ask for pay every time no matter what, and you should get what you're worth.
Yeah.
And I'm of the opinion that I just want to make cool stuff, man. So I will sometimes take less than necessary.
Yeah, but I come at it from a point of view, if you want to continue doing that, it's not possible to not get paid for your time, because any unpaid time, it's like any work that you do that is unpaid, you're paying yourself.
Mhm.
And if
It's coming out of your pocket, is what you're saying.
Yeah, you're paying yourself for that time. So if there's no income, then the outcome of no income is death. You know?
Well,
That's
it's
it.
at least like homelessness, and
Yeah. Get what you're worth, because you're worth a lot. You're worth a lot more than people. Whatever, man.
I feel like you're talking to me directly now.
I'm not.
Did you find Ola's animation?
I did. It's about 10th from the bottom, and it's a grey thumbnail.
Okay.
And it starts with like punch challenge 005.
I found it.
There we go.
If I'd flicked through, I would have been able to recognize this as his drawing immediately. Okay, guys, you ready? What are we doing? Are we playing this and then just going? Just leaving with not a word?
I can't.
Okay, we're gonna at least play it through and react to it, and then we'll have to actually look at it tomorrow. You guys ready?
1 second before you do.
Mhm.
Are we giving the challenge tomorrow?
No, I'll give it at the end. Would you
Okay.
rather I give it tomorrow?
I wouldn't rather you give it tomorrow, but if we're watching this, not reacting and ending the stream.
But we are reacting, as we just said.
Okay, we are reacting. We're watching it. We're reacting. We're not giving feedback. We'll give feedback tomorrow. And then we'll give the challenge brief for next week. Okay, I'm on board. Let's watch some Oli animation.
Okay. Oh no! Oh no! That guy is fucked! I love the way that this dude is... Oh, I'm not going to give feedback. I love the way this dude is going for a sword as this happens. Look at that frame. That's beautiful, man. That's beautiful.
Because it feels like he doesn't really react. Because the body doesn't.
Yeah,
But
no,
that-
just the face.
Boom.
Yeah, I just like that he's going for his blade before this dude. I love that look. That one like little close up on the dude's face who's like, oh ho! So you're approaching me.
It's like, oh ho, so it's a punch you want, is it?
I'll give you a punch. Oh, this is amazing. I love that end bit. Yeah! The power! Awesome. Oh man, I love the way that you can see it starts off with all these like beautiful drawings, and then as it gets on, you're just like, and then it ends. Super nice. Oh, these characters are so appealing. I love your drawings, Ola. So nice. Alright, well, we will get to actually looking at that properly tomorrow.
All right.
In terms of the challenge for this week, we're continuing with action stuff. So I hope you guys are feeling up for it. Basically, I wanted to kind of build into it a little bit and use what we learned this week to roll into this next week's challenge. So, this next week's challenge is a little bit more involved than they usually are. Normally we just ask you guys for one shot. This time, we're asking you guys to do a short boarded sequence. Now, hopefully that means that you guys will spend less time animating, because obviously boards are not animation, so you don't need to actually worry about animating stuff. The focus is going to be on staging and composition, readability, and what actually happens in the action. But we'd love you guys to board a very short fight sequence. And by very short, I mean probably no longer than 10 seconds of boards.
Okay. So are you expecting an animatic as a submission?
I am, yeah.
Okay.
I would... Obviously, like, we need something that moves to be able to put it onto Stink Sketch.
Yeah.
We can't put PDFs onto Stink Sketch.
Stink sketch.
Stink Sketch. So, I hope that you guys have the software that you'll need to do this. I'm a little worried because I know that a lot of people don't have, like, Storyboard Pro, and it can be a little difficult to board in animation software.
Free trial for a month if you've not got it already.
Yeah. You guess you'll continue whatever story you had in mind should Punch you get a chance to participate. Yeah, that'd be cool. But we want you guys to focus on creative choreography, creative shots. You have to use grids in this challenge.
Yeah.
Because we're boarding. So, like, you guys need to show, like, what perspective we're looking at stuff from.
No grid, no feedback.
Oh, you gonna make your boys fight? Storyboarder is free, says Coffee Doodles. I've heard Storyboarder's good. Too many comments, stream ruined. I'm sorry, Ola, no! Oh!
Yeah, I'm putting down the iron law.
But yeah, a couple of you guys have already started doing this in this challenge, but the next challenge is focused on how you would string shots together to create meaning. And just in like coming up with creative choices for shots that you might not think about if you were just going to dive straight into an animated shot.
I think tomorrow it might be nice to look through, you know how we were looking through boards yesterday?
You mean you want me to look through some Turtles boards?
Yeah.
On stream?
Yeah.
I was just raving at Mike yesterday night about Turtles boards and like showing him boards from Turtles and just like ranting about them. Nick has put a fair few of them up on YouTube, so you can like step through them and stuff. It's cool.
Yeah, maybe cool.
But what's the difference between animation programs and storyboard programs? Just that one is geared towards one thing and one's geared towards the other. So with animation software, there's a lot of emphasis on having like a nice, easy to use timeline with a lot of layers. On storyboarding software, it's more like you think in panels than frames. We did say it was a fight board. Oh wow, Lynn Newth, you started boarding a fight from Critical Role. Yeah, that would be totally okay to submit.
Yeah, please do.
You can share that storyboarding guide. Yeah, please do, Hinky Pinkar. Any resources would be super helpful.
I'll put up a post on Twitter later today to let folks know about the new challenge. If you guys want to like drop resources onto that, I mean, it'd be a good way of sharing it with like the wider community.
Yeah.
But
and
link it in here as well if you want, or you know.
Yeah, and tomorrow we'll spend a little bit of time in the latter half of the stream looking at some boards from Turtles because they have amazing fight choreography in that show.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I wonder if we can find the fish and ladder fight online.
Oh, maybe.
Because that's got an amazing choreography. But yeah, also on the Doig Swift account on Twitter, we'll retweet some storyboard resources for you guys. Because Evelyn's saying, do you think you could retweet some introductions to boarding for us who don't know anything about boarding? So yeah, we'll tweet some resources out.
That's a good idea.
And thank you, Hinky Pink Art. We'll retweet that as well, because that looks like a really good resource.
Pay what you want, 65-page PDF about boarding.
Amazing.
That's incredible.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what you guys are going to do now that we're giving you an actual sequence.
Yeah.
Not just a shot.
I just thought of another idea to do with it.
What is it? Do you want to say now, or is this like?
Oh, I don't know. I'll pitch it to you.
Okay.
Cool.
Yes, Coffee Doodles, do it, do it.
I might want to try this too.
Yeah. Do it. Boarding is fun. Remember that you can keep it loose with boards. Remember that you don't need to animate it. Remember, it's more about clear staging and shots than it is about you guys actually like creating a bunch of movement in there.
Yeah, don't try and animate.
Don't do what I do.
What, and over animate your boards?
Board on twos. Don't do what I do.
We'll see.
Yeah, Dark Vault, maybe. Like a few people have actually done like whole sequences, which is totally fine. Like, you guys are welcome to do that. This challenge is specifically focused on that. Okay, we're gonna have to head off because I gotta get to work.
I gotta go eat. I'm finding someone who we can raid. Don't mute site, there we go.
I'm pretty sure that it makes the chat harder to read having those pictures over the top of it, Mike.
Well, I'll just get rid of stinky chat then.
No! Don't call chat stinky. It has
Stinky.
a great stink.
Stinky chat.
Friend stink. Thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out on the stream. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Where are we going next, Mike?
Domo!
Domo arigato.
Domo arigato gozaimasu. Yeah, we're gonna go to Domo. Road to streaming 30 consecutive days, day 4.
Oh wow, he's got a long way to go.
That's awesome.
Everybody say hi to Domo. Domo's awesome. Domo
Yeah.
is a comic book artist.
Yeah, he's currently working, I think, on a Sandman, the Dreaming series, and right now he's inking a Spider-Man piece.
Cause like I love that you do that like right before the end of the stream. You'll have to do them off stream, but I'll hold him to them.
That's for calling us stinky Doig.
Heck yeah. Deserved.
Alright, Kurzuk. Okay, let me set up the raid. Did it. Start raid. Stream outro. Ba-ba-da-ba.
You ready?
Yeah.
Alright. And may the rest
It'll be all day.
be filled
With push-ups.
and
Adventure.
adventure. You sticky
Okay.
bunch, it's too late for you to get me to do anything now. Ha ha! Stream's ended. Quick, Mike, raid, go. Raid.
Oh, that
never
laugh
get
will be
me.
that laugh will be in the VOD, but it won't be on what they heard.
They'll never get me.
Yeah.